Good. I'll give him update. I'll give him update on the Zeno.
Oh, whoa. We got people in the chat. I didn't even know that he's here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Let me take a look.
What's up, folks? We were just jabbering away, and then I just happened to look over and I saw Rick was here, and I see Floyd, and hey, what's going on? We were just talking about some Black Friday deals and stuff that we had stumbled across, and there was actually one or two that I even surprised Ron about. He was like, I didn't even know they sold drones. I was like, yeah, and I guess a couple of decent deals. And we may have to get some, because this particular place that we're talking about, they have to this incentive program that they have. I know nothing about, so we'll have to pull Bill in on that one so he can give us a little definition of what's going on.
I sure can.
All right. So with that being said, this is Drone Therapy, the Bucket List Boys, with myself, Bill Dead Thomas from Coast to Coast Drones, and I will pass it over to Mr. Ron Brown.
Hello, this is Ron from RC World on Facebook and Ron Brown on YouTube. Hello, everybody. I'm glad to be here tonight. We got a great show for you. We're going to set you up with some great holiday deals. If you got any drone people in your list you have to buy for, or more importantly, buy for yourself. So on that note, I'll turn it over to Bill H.
Thanks a lot, Ron. I'm Bill from Bill the Drone Reviewer, not only on Facebook, but on YouTube as well. And got a wonderful group out there. Yeah, we got lots to talk about tonight. One of the things that I wanted to mention was there's a guide that DJI just put out, and I have a video coming out about this week. It's a beginner's guide for when you get your first drone, what you should do. So got a lot of great things coming up to talk about, a lot of drone news. So take it away, Mr. Bill Thomas.
Well, forgive me, gentlemen. I haven't opened my first energy drink, so I need to go ahead and do that. So I'll be inspired for the rest of the evening. But anyway, some stuff that I really thought would be cool, and I would like to get some input from people in the chat too. You all can give us input. If you all know of any great Black Friday deals that I'm not covering, that we might not, that you just throw it into the chat and bring it up, and we'll get it out there and try to get more information out, and maybe somebody will see it on the replay too. As sure as everybody's seen, there's been a lot of stuff going on. DJI's got tons of stuff out going through Best Buy, on Amazon. You got the Spark's got the controller, and the drone itself's got a deal, I think, for $359. You got the Fly More combo is going around $459. Okay, then we're going on to the Mavic Air. So it's, oh wow, we're going for a promotional Black Friday deal of $699. The Fly More combo is going at $899. Anybody's interested in the goggles, the racing edition, the original price $549, $100 off on Black Friday for $449. Osmo 2 Mobile, $20 off, going to be $119. Tello Boost combo. Something's making me think that's like the extra battery deal. I'm not sure what all is with it. I'm pretty sure there's an extra battery, maybe some extra propellers, stuff like that. If normally $150, they're going to have it on Black Friday deal for $99. The Tello itself is going to go for $79. That's wow. Best Buy, stuff like that. You got any more to throw in on that, Bill?
Yeah. One of the things, DJI's, the sale is going to run for them in North America from November 18th through November 27th. That's for Black Friday. And then the winter holiday sale is going to be from December 9th through January the 2nd. And they already have a splash page up. Now, I'm going to be doing a video. It's going to be coming out tomorrow on this. And that splash page is going to have daily, they're going to have up to 200 coupons. And you'll be able to save up to 10% on some accessories, accessory packages. And they'll have you take this like real quick, brief little quiz in order to get it. But there's only going to be 200 of these coupons a day. So I mean, they're generating a lot of excitement, and I think it's a perfect time. And I think also too, what the good thing is with all of this for me is I think DJI's doing this right. They're generating a lot of interest. Plus, you're going to see Mavic 2 sales still go well. I spoke to a drone retailer, one of the largest drone retailers in the United States. They can't keep enough Mavic 2s on the shelves right now. They're both the Pro and the Zoom. They're selling them like crazy. So this is going to be DJI is going to get new all over the place.
Really? You think so?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hey, Bill, I have a question for you. I saw that they had a deal, they had a package DJI where you get the Mavic 2 Pro and the racing goggles for a certain price. Was that a pretty good deal? I don't remember the exact price on that package.
I think it was like $100 off, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have that right in front of me. Yeah, I think it was like $100 off, and that is a good deal. And especially like he was telling me, he said, I can't keep enough of them on the shelves. He said they come in, they're out the door. I mean, and even
right.
retail.
I mean, the packages you get, the racing goggles along with the Mavic 2 Pro, it was a special pricing on the bundle.
Yeah, that is.
And if I'm not mistaken, the racing goggles, unlike the original DJI goggles, which can only be used with DJI products like the Mavic and the Phantom, the racing edition ones can with 5.8, you can use them with a non-DJI like racing drone.
Absolutely, and that going to make it very versatile. That's why that's such a good deal. Plus, anytime you can save money when you see the letters DJI, it's a good day, and especially being able to get a state-of-the-art drone like a Mavic 2 and being able to get those racing goggles. I mean, that's a huge bonus.
Yes, yeah.
Money on
I think I think the price is somewhere in the ballpark of, like, we'll say, $1649 for the bundle of the goggles and the Mavic 2 Pro, which that's it seems like that's more like half off the goggles then, because the Mavic Pro will cost you $14.99 on its own. So if you're only adding, even if it was $16.99, if you're only adding $150 or $200 to that price point, that's a savings of more than 50% off the racing goggles.
That's an incredible deal. That really is.
Yeah. Instead of speculating, I'm going to look it up right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, very cool. And with that being said, if y'all don't have a whole lot of extra cash, I have found a few other places with some really cool Black Friday deals for some lower end toy drones that, if you don't want to wait for the long boat from China to get here for something, a less expensive one, that you can pick up locally in your stores. Walmart has got some deals. They've got the Vivitar AeroView video drone for $70, say $69.99. I think that's around $45 to $50 off. They've also got the smaller, sharper image streaming drone that's normally about $59 or $60. I think it's going to be $38. And then they've also got the Sky Viper Fury stunt drone. It's like the $49 when they took $20 off it, so it's going to be on sale for $30. Then if you jump over to Best Buy, we got a couple of good deals over there that I'm sure that we'll need to take a pause for a minute to talk about one of them in particular for sure. But they're both really good deals. And the first one I'm going to talk about is the Parrot Bebop 2. Is going to be breaking at $249.99. And that's a phenomenal drone for that price, folks. I mean, it shoots incredible footage. But here's the one that's really surprising us all. Brian Singleton walked in and got one the other day because it kind of shocked him when he looked at it. And it's true, it's real, and it's actually a Black Friday deal, and it's available now, I'm pretty sure. The GoPro Karma with the GoPro Hero 6 camera with an extra set of props and an extra battery for $699.99. So basically, you're paying about $50 for the drone. And if you haven't checked it out, please go over to True Drone Reviews and check out, because Brian's been testing it here the last few days. He's put up 2 or 3, maybe even 4 videos by now. I hadn't had a chance to look in a little bit.
Yeah, bro. He has I think he has 4 up, and he has a real test flight where he gives it, puts it up for 10 minutes, and then he has a couple other ones where he takes it up just for real short runs. But so far, the thing's performing well for him. No issues of falling out of the sky or batteries falling out or whatever the recall was. So, like you said before, the GoPro Hero 6 is $349 if you buy it on its own, and the Karma Stick's $299. So again, we're $50 for drones. It's like buying a toy drone. If you need the other stuff, if you already have a Hero 6 and a Karma Grip, then it's not a good deal.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. I'm wondering if they're going to offer the grip and the drone for like $200.
Oh, I think it won't be long before you'll see a lower price than even the $699. If you want to wait, if you don't need the stuff.
Another thing too, if they're going to stop production, or
which they have, they already have. Yeah.
How long are your batteries going to live? Are you going to run into a solo issue?
Well, yeah. Everybody says 2 years. Everybody says after 2 years on these smart batteries, you're living on borrowed time after 2 years. That's what they say. But I think my Phantom 4 batteries are 2 years old, and they only have lost a minute or two off of their, what I used to get when I had them new. So I mean, they could go tomorrow, but for right now, I'm doing well with 2-year-old smart batteries on a Phantom 4.
Hollering at you from the chat there, Bill. Did you notice that one? And I see Thomas take off on us. That's perfectly fine, Thomas. We understand that you might have some stuff to do. But yeah, I've still got a few more things to talk about from Black Friday deals too. Maybe you'll catch them on the replay. But anyway, with the
one quick note before we get away from the GoPro.
Yeah.
You can buy it without the camera for $599. So I mean, that's how good the $699 deal is, because you would pay $599 just to get the drone.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if they're not going to do something, if it's not going to be long before, because people are going to end up just saying, "No, I'm not going to buy it if it's only going to last me 6 months."
Yeah,
because when was the last one built?
Good question.
That's where you got to start counting. Is the clock's got to start ticking?
Right.
Yeah, I did a video on that I think it was about 8 months ago when they stopped production.
Okay, so you've already got, so your newest batteries are already 8 months old. And
yeah.
And all his stuff, the camera, the drone, the grip, the batteries were almost all dead. The controller, when he pulled them out of the box, that's how long stuff had been sitting around, that the batteries didn't even have the half charge on them.
Well, that was the thing about it is at least they came back. That's cool. All right, since we've got that all covered, I'm gonna the last surprise that I came up with, and this was the one that kind of shocked Ron, and get Bill to help us with the other explanation on this, is Kohl's on Black Friday is gonna have the Spark, the DJI Spark, just by itself without the controller for $299, and you also get back $90 worth of Kohl cash. We'll get to that. Okay, and then you've also got the Propel Skyrider that's normally, I think, a $70 drone. They've knocked $20 off of it for $50, and you receive $15 worth of Kohl cash. They have the larger, sharper image streaming drone that's normally like, say, $130, I think, and they've knocked it down to $79.99, and you also get $15 worth of Kohl cash. Now, they have another little drone that I think is normally $59.99. It's called the Braha S900 streaming drone. And I swear, to me, it looks like a SEMA X5C clone. So, it's going to be a good, sturdy little drone, especially if it's just a rebrand. And they only want $30 for it. So that's a great deal, because it's hard to find them anymore around. They're usually $30 to $35 all the time. And you can pick this up at your local Kohl's. And so with that, I'll let Bill explain what Kohl's cash is.
Well, I got just to tell you, I got familiar with Kohl's cash with my daughter. My daughter is a Kohl's addict. In fact, today's her birthday, and her birthday gift was a Kohl's gift card from Valerie. So, but what Kohl's cash is they give you a certificate printed up. It'll have $90 on it. And you can come back to the store. It's usually a week later. You can't use it immediately, but you can spend it on anything in the store up to $90 and get it. So it's like, it really is like cash, but it's only good at Kohl's. You have to spend it there at Kohl's.
Well, wouldn't that be something if they sold DJI Spark controllers?
Oh.
Now, what I can tell you, I did see every one of those drones on display because usually at Christmas they have toys out like crazy at Kohl's.
Yeah.
But I did see every one of those drones you mentioned except for the Spark. The Spark's only available to order. They don't have it in physically on a display in the store to see.
Interesting.
Como está?
I got to get over the Coles more.
Oh, he said hello from the Philippines. So I said, hello, how are you back? See?
Oh,
Dave,
okay, great.
yeah,
I
David
see.
in the chat said hello from the Philippines.
Hello, David.
Yeah. Oh, yes, Ron.
Yes.
They're asking for an update on the Xeno.
The Xeno update. Well, I got an email about maybe 10 days ago from Hubson since I have ordered it, and they said that they would be shipping like 62 of them to the U.S. like the next day. And they were supposed to ship them on the 30th, but these email came in maybe around the 2nd or 3rd of November. So they said that however you ordered it, you would get in that order. Like I ordered mine on September 30th. So I'm sure I'm in the front of the line. So then another like 5 days or so pass, and you get an email saying they have shipped and you will be getting a tracking number soon for the Xeno. Well, it's like almost a whole week's passed already since they said I was getting a tracking number, no tracking number.
Oh, wow.
So, and DJ, I have their forums, the people are mad on the forums. They're saying, at least you can send a tracking number. And is this thing ever going to show? And people are upset. But Bill, you has the same experience. If you ever try to order a drone from China, from a Chinese company and a Chinese reseller, those things take forever to come. A month is the minimum or whatever from the ship date. I ordered 2 years ago. I ordered this little drone called the Alfie. The Alfie, it was heavily promoted on Gear, Best, Banggood, all the sites right before Christmas, like in the November month, and it was like $49.99. It was like a clone of that the Zero Tech Dobby, but it didn't have GPS, all the goodies. I ordered that thing like somewhere in the middle of November, expecting for Christmas. That thing took 2 months to arrive, and it wasn't just me because even all the reviewers all had them, but no real person, a non-reviewer, got them until like the end of January.
That's crazy.
But so again, I'm not.
That was
I don't have any tracking number, but it wouldn't surprise me if the Xeno's out there tomorrow. But so far, no sign of it, no idea when it's coming, no tracking number, no more information from Sam or Shally. It's like but the next batch is supposed to ship on the 20th. Well, the 20th is only a few days away now from the second batch going out.
Yeah, people who about to get bogged down and all that traffic, man.
Mm-hmm.
The day after Thanksgiving, it's like whoosh.
Oh yeah. So my only fear is my Xeno will arrive after the weather turns to real winter here. And on that note, we have a snow forecast for tomorrow here in South Jersey. A couple inches of snow, and we rarely ever get snow before Thanksgiving.
Yes, Floyd, we sure did. And David, my wife was here. She would translate for me. But I just wanted to say, since you said you were from the Philippines, I wanted to let you know that I knew how to say hello. I'm not going to tell you the other one because you might think I'm a little strange if I said that. But yes, but my wife taught me how to say I love you and stuff like that. So, but
cool.
Little...
Hey, Bill, I'm moving on from the Xeno. I got a Black Friday deal. I just found out today. Just came across today. This is a good one. You ready?
Go for it.
Remember the Parrot Anafi? It came out this summer. It was like had the zoom lens. It was a hot thing. I think what was the price? $6.99 on that when it came out, or $7.99, or
it was $6.99, Ron.
$6.99. Well, it's been discounted recently, but I think just today, Adorama, which is a camera store in New York City, but they're mostly sell their products online. They have it right now today for $549 with controller.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. Is it so 550?
Yeah.
Is it
549?
Okay, but not 549.99.
Oh, I don't know about the cents.
No, that's fine. But still, that okay.
Okay, but let me ask you this question, Bill. Hold on.
All right.
What would that price be at $549 now, and then Mavic Air being down to $699? What's the better buy?
I don't know. You go there. I've never seen the footage from Anafi. I've seen what's been online. I have seen the footage with the Mavic Air. I've played with the footage from the Mavic Air. I could kick myself for buying the Mavic Air, but but that was my own mistake. I like the little drone. I'm sure eventually I'll, just like I did with the Spark, I'll figure out ways to get what I want to out of it. But right now, it feels limited to me. I like the Big Bird, but the weather's been so hinky here lately. We've been getting like 40-mile-an-hour gusts when there's been no wind at all, and then like 2 seconds later we'll get like a whoosh, and I'm like, I want to wait till the weatherman says there's no gusts coming.
Right.
I don't want to, but yeah, those are incredible deals. But here's my other question. With all these discounts on these less expensive drones, I know it's just riddled with smaller drones. So everybody's going to be cutting to make a buck. I'm still thinking that there's a possibility that we'll see a drone in Las Vegas when people go to CES. But I think it's going to be the small drone like you were thinking to begin with.
I think it could be the Tello 2. That'll be a year anniversary for the Tello 1. Why not put the Tello 2 out at
Spark 4K or the Spark Pro?
Exactly. That's another good thought.
Everything I hear about CES, Bill and Ron, everything that I'm getting is that what we'll probably see out there will be that all-in-one controller.
Right.
Because, I went back and I researched and I looked at all the events that DJI has done for all the releases that they have done. And one of the things historically out at CES, last year, you remember, they came out with the Osmo Mobile 2. DJI is a lot like Apple. And I think Ron even pointed this out. They love to control everything. I mean, when they're holding an event, it's them. It's not, somebody next to them, because Autel's going to be in a booth. I already researched it. They're a booth down from DJI at CES. There's other drone manufacturers that are going to be around there, and they want to have everything. They want to be in charge of this. So if they're going to do anything, it's going to be what I've always called like a soft release, and I think it's going to be this all-in-one remote. Now, one of the things that I think with this all-in-one remote, I think it's going to be compatible, I think, going forward, not going backwards, but going forward with items, because the technology that's going to be in there, it's going to have that new OcuSync 2.0 that's going to mesh up with the Mavic 2. But I think when you see new versions like the Spark 2 coming out, when you see like a Mavic Air 2 coming out and so forth, it's going to be compatible with those because of the image transmission system, and maybe even a Phantom 5 with OcuSync 2.0. But I don't think there's going to be any drone out at CES this year.
I agree with Bill. I mean, from like you said, like Apple likes to control it. Why would you release a premium product like the Phantom 5 at CES and have it share the headlines with an 8K TV and a new laptop or something like that? Why? So a reporter will come on and that'll just be one thing on a checkoff list of many items. Why not hold your own event and be the spotlight? You'd be the only thing in the article. They would be foolish to release the Phantom 5 at CES because that's a flagship product that needs its own show. It needs to be the not only the star of the show, but the only member of the show. It doesn't need to be in there with a million big screen TVs and whatnot.
And with that, this event that's coming up in New York City on the 28th, and we're all pretty much have decided that, and I posted pictures today out there what the Good Morning America set's like. You're lucky to get 50 to maybe 60 people inside there, okay? And we've already seen the FCC grant ID, the label for this Osmo mobile device. There's been pictures of it already out there, so we know what this is going to look like. And again, this is, even though DJI is still controlling something like this is, and you look, and Billy brought up a good point, Billy Kyle. when he said, if you look at the ad or the pictorial for this, the image, it looks rather childish. It's not professional. It really does not give the sense or connotation as being something professional. And also too, DJI with professional releases have done that on the West Coast, okay? Because if you remember, both the Inspire 2 and the Phantom 4 Pro were announced at the same time out in Los Angeles. So that's where they're going to do a Phantom 5. It's going to be out in Los Angeles, and they may even pair that up with an Inspire 3.
I mean, Apple kind of does the same thing. Their big releases come on the West Coast, like their iPhones and whatever, and their smaller releases happen in New York City. So, and you mentioned Billy. Billy actually said it was cartoonish. The thing for the, that was his exact quote. But on a note, I want to piggyback off what you said about probably be the all-in-one controller at CES. Here's another buy for people. Anybody that needs an iPad Mini 4 to fly their Phantom or Mavic with, $249 at Best Buy on Black Friday.
That's excellent.
That's the lowest price I've ever seen for it. Somebody said, well, maybe that means the 5's coming out. No, what I think that price means is the iPad Mini's no longer going to be a product. So you might as well get it now before it's not a product anymore. Because Apple's made their latest iPhones bigger. So, I mean, they have a 6.5-inch phone now. So they probably don't see a need for a 7-inch tablet when you have the 6.5-inch phone.
I love having my Mini when I'm flying. It is a perfect size.
Yeah, but that's another good buy, a drone related buy. And I'm gonna right while I'm on here, I have a few toy drones I want to go through, if that's okay, Bill. I'll go through them real fast. I won't bog down. Most of these are online. I don't have many in-store deals like Bill. All of his toy drone flies are all MGX fans. They make some real good toy drones.
Appearance. Apparently, it's in the chat.
Oh, okay. I see him. Oh, Billy. Yeah, I'll say hello, Bill. Hello, Billy Kyle. I'll have to type it. He's listening. But MGX Bugs Mini with camera, with FPV camera, $65.99 at GearBest. It was $50 last week without a camera, but now they're including the camera version for $65. The MGX Bugs 8 Pro, like a racing drone, $75 at GearBest with no camera. The MGX Bugs 5W, listen to this. It's like $179 drone, but if you put $10 down, you can get it for $99. And that comes with camera, with everything. It's GPS. It goes 1,000 meters. I mean, the camera's a crappy toy camera, but it does articulate. But how about the $10 down deal or whatever? Remember, we were kids that used to say no money down. Now we're back to money down for stuff. But that's an unusual promotion. I've never seen it before. Yeah. The MGX Bugs 2, $92.99 at GearBest. Bugs 2, again, GPS drone, goes 1,000 meters out, 1080p, toy camera, but the fly is great. A couple of Hubsan products. Here's something I bet you people don't know about. Here's a real deal. At TomTop.com, good old TomTop. They have the Hubsan H501S, the white edition, $119.99, and it's in the U.S. warehouse, so you can get it in a couple days. That's normally sells for $200 or above. Here's another Hubsan, the Hubsan H216A. It's a GPS, but it's a brush motor GPS, a Wi-Fi FPV drone. It's like $120 drone on sale. I believe it's GearBest, $79.99. I actually have that drone in for a review. I've been doing a review forever. I promised to get the review out before Black Friday on the Hubsan 216A. It's a good little drone. It's got a 1080p, decent toy camera on it, about the same camera as the 501 does. And one last in-store deal. The ProMark GPS Shadow Drone, which I've been doing reviews on it. Brian Singleton sent me in for review, $99 on Black Friday at Walmart. It's a Phantom size GPS drone, 1080p camera, tilts up and down. It does the follow me. It comes with VR goggles to fly when you put your phone in. You fly it with a VR. It's for people like Bill, like the DJI drones, but it's a good toy drone for a starter who wants like a GPS and not just a manual flyer. So that's all I have for this section. I got some FPV racing drones I want to get to, but I'm going to throw it back for Bill right now and let him start talking about maybe some FPV drones, and I'll give you some of my selections. So back to Bill.
Oh, Atmos, and you can see Billy has just posted his the website to his aerial photography company, I guess. So I haven't checked it out yet, but I will here shortly. I asked him to put the link up.
Great.
And here I want to go back to something because you
okay.
all through it, and I'll let you get to. I still think you're going to be shocked at CES because didn't Spark kind of fly in an introductory manner at CES, and we just kind of had to wait for it to be announced, but it was released a little bit later. But even so, you all are talking about they want to control everything. If you got Alltel in the next booth and they're coming out with this 1-inch sensor and this big super drone, whatever, trying to make the Evo Pro or Evo Plus, whatever. And then right next door, you've got the newly redesigned Spark with new ESCs, quiet props, probably 22 to 25-minute flight time, a 3-axis gimbal that shoots 4K footage. You don't think it's going to step on what's sitting next to it if you sell it for about $750?
I'll react to that by saying that we keep comparing DJI to Apple. Apple could care less at these events what anybody else has released. You know, whenever they released their product, they stole center stage from everybody. Didn't matter. They never tried to be first with anything. They just tried to be the best. And I think DJI's operates the same way. They if their drone comes 6 months later, they know once their drone hits, it'll be the best, and it'll steal the show away from the other guys anyways. What do you think, Bill H?
I agree 100%, Ron. I said, when it's like the old when E.F. Hutton talks, people listen kind of a thing. Like when Apple comes out with a phone, the world stops. It does. I mean, I'm an Android fan. Okay, I use Android's products right now. I had an Apple phone for years. I switched to Android. I love my Note 8. But with that being said, I mean, Samsung will have its event, and there'll be a lot of noise about the new phones coming out with Samsung. But when Apple has the event, it's just like people stop, people watch it, and it's the same thing with DJI. Okay, Autel. I mean, they told us they were coming out with a drone last year at CES, and that it wasn't until June when you actually 6 months before they actually came out with it. That was a long wait. And here's DJI.
Mm-hmm.
When DJI does it, okay, they're not going to say, for example, from what I hear, the Phantom 5 is almost ready. Okay, it's not quite there. It's not 100%. So that's why everybody's saying it's going to be like a first quarter kind of release, which I agree with 100%. So they're not going to rush the Phantom 5 to get it out for a holiday. It's inconsequential to DJI. What matters to them is to be able to get out a product that when it comes out, it's going to be one of those that's just absolutely going to level the playing field. Everybody's going to say, this is the bar, you're going to have to come up over it.
I agree totally, Bill. Like you said about this summer, the Alltel Evo coming out late. I mean, it got all the conversation for 6 months, but as soon as the Mavic 2 Pro and Zoom came out, and I'm not knocking the Evo at all. I don't have it. I'm sure it's a great tool. But the conversation, nobody talked about the Evo anymore. As soon as those 2 Mavics popped out or whatever, the conversation of the Evo just ended. The conversation on the Anafi just ended. When those two Mavic 2s came out, that was the total conversation went to them.
It did, and it's deservedly so, because everybody keeps telling me, it's like, oh, when are they going to get the firmware update for the Mavic 2 and everything? But you know what? I'll tell you what. When you look at the footage you get from a Mavic 2, comparing it, and I did this the other day. I compared some of the footage because I do a lot of flying behind my house with the lake back there.
Beautiful.
And I compared footage from the Mavic Pro, and I didn't touch any settings. This is what I do is I just let it go, okay, with the settings. I don't, ISO, everything, I let it go. And then I did the same thing with the Pro, the Mavic 2 Pro. It just your jaw drops. I mean, even in 4K, I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow. And that's like no editing, no post on it. It's fantastic. It really is. Oh,
Huh.
Oh, I'm not trying to make you stop talking.
we're all watching.
I was supposed to
Is this from-
Batman last time and I didn't, so I figured, okay, I'll just do it without the mask. I was like, okay.
Is this from UAV? Is UAV Man making an appearance tonight?
No.
Uh-oh.
It's not till next Halloween. We have to do something unique. Santa Claus might show up for the Christmas show, though. I think that's a
Really?
Oh, right.
Oh, something on the Black Friday Christmas deal type thing. I wanted to bring
Go.
some of where we go because we do spend a lot of time talking about DJI, and I love lots of drones and tons of drones. And
Same here.
Deals like Ron was talking about on MJX, especially the Bugs 3. I think they're trying to liquidate the whole fleet or whatever. So you're going to find Bugs 3s out there for anywhere from $40 to $50 all over the place, maybe even less on Black Friday. Sometimes we'll find really killer deals for all kinds of different drones on websites like Snagged Shout or Vipon or a place called Deal Rice or even Woot.com and Newegg Flash. Make sure you check out any one or all of those sites. Simply type in drone to the search tab and you're going to find all kinds of deals. Vipon and Deal Rice have pretty much the same similar deals, maybe one or two differences here and there. So you may want to check them both for a difference, but you're going to find introductory deals from drone companies, toy drone companies in China. They're going to sell you drones for $5, $10, $15 for what you would see for $70, $80 in the store because they're trying to get you to check out their product. And all of those websites that I mentioned to you will hook you up with these deals. So be sure to check them out if you want to get gifts for either yourself or for your kids or family members to get them into this hobby. Anybody got something else to add to that?
Yes, I do. I want to show you what I'm going to be reviewing coming up. I just had this sent to me.
Ooh.
Private Eyes?
Yes, it's from Visuo, V-I-S-U-O.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. I'm familiar with them. Yep.
Okay. And Half Chrome Drones just did a review on this. It's a GPS drone for under $100. They say it's the best GPS drone under $100.
You mean Vizio, like the little ZI?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. They've been around for a couple of years.
Mavic first.
So
Didn't they make the Mavic first? Didn't Vizio make the toy Mavic clone first?
They did, Bill. They did.
Okay,
yeah.
so it's going to be a good little, and it's GPS no less.
Yes, GPS and it's under $100. And I saw Half Chrome Drones did a review on it, and it worked real well. However, one of the real interesting things, and Ron shared about the drone that he ordered from China, and it taken like forever.
Yeah.
They originally told me that this was going to be here October 12th.
Uh-huh.
It came the other day. It was like November the 10th when it ended up showing up at my doorstep. And to boot, listen to this, guys. Okay. It was, you could tell it had been repackaged, which was real interesting. And I go in there, everything's in there except now I take it with a grain of salt. Directions on these Chinese drones aren't always the best, but at least it's something. There were no directions in here. So I got to go look them up online, but I imagine it should be pretty straightforward. But I'm looking forward to getting it out and getting it up. I mean, we're still having some decent weather down here. I won't tell you that it was 82 and sunny today here. And low wind. I won't say any of that. So
we're getting in the Christmas mood out here. So I'm ready for some snow, and I only got to drive like 25 minutes that way. It's snow here. It's just a little, probably like 45 degrees, but there's not raining. It's not, but like I said, I can drive 30 miles and I'm knee deep in snow.
Right. Well, it's funny down here, and I can tell you this: when it gets into the 50s down here, and it does sometimes, like during the day, you think that you were going on a Himalayan expedition. These people they start bundling up. Like they put on these coats and scarves and hats, and women get their boots and these cowling sweaters on and all this. And I just want to laugh from having lived up north all my life and watching people down here in Florida when it gets into the 50s. I'm just laughing my head off. It is so funny. You guys will appreciate that because you both lived up north. You know what it's like. It's hilarious down here.
Bill, my when I was like in my 20s, my mother lived in the Orlando area. She worked in the hotel business, and I would go down and see her, like say in February, and I would get off the plane. I would think it was good. I had a short sleeve on, no jacket. She'd pick me up in a fur coat on, and it's like, you know, in the 60s. She's got a fur coat, and I'm dressed like it. And this is good to me. I just got off. I got in the plane. It was 20 degrees. I got off the plane. It's 65 degrees. I'm in short sleeves, and she's got a fur coat on.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, my kids come down, and it's funny when my kids come down, they're like that too. They're like, you know, in short sleeves and stuff, and people are looking at them, and I just start cracking up laughing.
And we always love it when we have great weather to fly our drones and stuff in. And thinking about drones again, I'm really curious about getting into FPV, and I'm debating between the Baby Hawk or a Tiny Hawk. The Tiny Hawk seems to be pretty much indoors, period, but it's a brushless drone. So something tells me it can hang in a 4-mile-an-hour wind. But, you know.
It can.
But I'm just wondering which one I should do. And I know I'm going to probably get the Tyrannus TX. And I was approached by somebody from FXT about those glasses goggles the other day. So I'm thinking I may get back with her and talk to her about that.
Nice. Well, Bill, I had that on my list for. Let's talk about racing drones for a few minutes. On my list of holiday bargains, I have the Emax Tiny Hawk on there because it's only $99, but most people only have it available for pre-order. The reviewers have it, but if you can't really buy it, you have to pre-order. And Banggood has it on pre-order. I'm sure others do too. But another a drone that's being reviewed by almost everybody, and it looks great. It's an Eachine US or UK 65 Whoop. You can get the American flag on it or the UK flag on it. It's only $75 on Banggood now. It's also brushless, and both of these they're bind and flies. You have to get a transmitter with it, but both of them fly acro. And for anybody who doesn't know what acro is, most of the drones we fly have usually 6 axes of stabilization. They're self-stabilized. Like if we take our hand off the throttle, it just levels itself. But an acro drone, it doesn't level itself. You have to level it entirely, or it'll go any way the weight's carrying it. And why you would want that is because if you're doing tight curves and circles around trees and between objects, you can fly it much more precise than you can a self-leveling drone. That's the thrill about these little racers that fly them in total acro. Now, Bill mentioned I already have a cheap pair of FPV 5.8 goggles that I'll use, until I get better. But I'm going to get the Jumper TX rather than Tyrannus because the Jumper allows you not only to bind with these bind and fly drones, but also you can bind it with many of your old toy drones, like your old Seamas and Bang On Toys and Hubsons, and it allows them. They usually have greater range, and they usually fly better using this Jumper transmitter. So I'll throw it back to Bill on that. His thoughts.
Which Bill wants, Bill too.
Whatever Bill wants to talk about racing drones.
Well, no, have you ever got any plans on looking into racing drones or acro flight, Bill?
I'll tell you what, I was just like so, not focused on it. And then I started watching Ed Ricker, okay? Because I really like Ed a lot. And I got to know him when I went to the event. And I'll tell you what, he's the real deal. He's a wonderful guy. I absolutely love Ed. And I started watching some of that, and I said, wow, it is just unbelievably cool. I mean, one of the things I was really fascinated with was when I think he might have used his Mavic Pro to rescue one of the racing drones was on top of a building. I got the biggest kick out of that. But watching some of the videos, it's just really incredible. My thing is, I don't know if I could handle it with the goggles on because I don't think I'm a goggles type of person. And I know that's kind of mandatory with racing drones. I don't know if I would suffer from vertigo from that or not. I just don't, I'm just like one of those things, is that something that's going to cause some disorientation with me. I love watching footage from them. Don't get me wrong, but whether I actually fly them with the goggles and stuff, see, that's the only thing for me that I'm just like, a little skittish on. That's why I've never really wanted to embrace goggles.
Do you get motion sickness?
No, I don't really get motion sickness, but I tried a couple of those simulators, like flight simulators, and I'm just like, time out. You know, I can't. I just like I had to cancel it. I had to abort them a couple of times because I just couldn't. I just couldn't do it. And you know, it's not. You know, I get motion sick. It's just like spatial disorientation is real easy. And I think with these racing drones, I think that causes that. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I could do that.
Well, Bill. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Bill Thomas.
No, I was young. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. What Bill H is talking about is very common. I've actually flown FPV. I have the little pepper that Bill Thomas has, and the small pepper, whatever it's called. And I actually have set up like my Bug Suit to do it. But anyhow, I have to sit down at times because of what Bill's talking about, the motion thing. If you sit down and fly, you're going to be much better off than you are standing up and trying to fly FPV. So take a nice, like, comfortable chair with you, or go to the park with a bench and get yourself sat down real nice. You know, put the goggles on, and you could probably relieve that. And you know, that issue. I mean, not everybody can, but I have some of the same problems Bill H has. But sitting down, you know, relieves that for me, that I'm able to do it. And he brought up Ed Ricker. Ed Ricker reviewed the EMAX 65 Whoop that I just talked about. He has a great review of it where he's riding it, he's flying it all through his backyard, the trees, and his porch and whatever. So watch his review of the Ishi Whoop 65. It's a great little drone.
And I think if you've like Ron was talking about, if you get one of those starter packages like we were talking about, like the small pepper, or I think Ishin's has a package out, you know, that is, and you know, and just get you, it's got like the little basic box goggles that you can wear your glasses in, and then just sit down and fly around your house. Like I have like minor motion sickness, not to the point where I'm going to, like, you know, it takes me a while to adjust to it. But you know, so I kind of understand what you're talking about the disorientation. But just like Ron was saying, when I first started out, I had to sit down in a chair because I would kind of get like this while I was flying if I was standing up, and feel almost kind of nauseous in my tummy. And then I realized, okay, if I sit down, and then I was getting to where I could fly around my head and look at myself and everything. And then after I did that for about 2 or 3 months, I could stand up and walk around and stuff, and it didn't really bother me.
That's cool to know.
But you can get those little starter packages. I think can go like $50-$60. And it's got the goggles, it's got the little drone, battery, controller, everything in it. And they're pretty nice little duels.
Right. And one thing, the little ones, Bill, they're the toughest, the ones that master, like the little pepper. If you could successfully fly the little pepper around the house and not crash it or break it or whatever, you're ready to go outside. It's hard to do it inside with this little thing because the controller's a little tweak controller. So if you could do it inside, you could definitely do one of the better ones outside then.
That sounds like a possibility. I want to, yeah, that's sitting down. That's going to happen. That's for sure. But yeah, I think that's
with a little pepper, you can sit in your sofa and just fly it around, you know, whatever, a room without anything breakable in.
And you all were talking earlier about the slow boat from China. Well, I was talking about Vipon earlier, and I found this really killer deal. They're called the QC Bulgs quadcopter drone flying car with durable children's remote. Okay, and that's what I was explaining. They're selling them because it's an introductory product from this company. It's a rebrand, I'm pretty sure, but they're trying to get people to buy them. So they've got it marked, get this, 80% off for each one's $4.80 a piece.
Little now that is a deal.
Drone. So I went ahead and ordered 4 of them like the other day, and it cost me like, I think tax and all was like $24. But it's not going to be here till December 26th.
If you're lucky. Yeah, if you're lucky.
Well, the whole point is I'm not that I can get the money back if it comes down to it. But they told me up front that it was going to be that long. So I'm like, yeah, I'll wait. But it's like I said, there's tons of stuff. There's like the little what is it? The Ishin's E0110 or whatever. is they got like the clones of it on here for $12, and there's these little guys are on here for. This is Vipon that I'm looking at right now. These little guys are on here for. Well, they've got the ones with the camera for $16.50. These little guys, and then they've got these the Heliway, which is the Bolt B, very similar to it. They've got these. These have a little camera in them. All on right now for $35 a piece. That's $30 or 30% off. Usually, normally they're $50 plus shipping and handling. So here's a good $15 off right here for this. Couple of little new drones that look kind of neat. They look like little nano drones that they've mounted cameras in, but they look really and truthfully the little nano drone, and they've made them look like miniature Phantoms. No joke. I wish I could. Let's see if I can
pull it up.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's see if I can get it to put it in. I don't know if let's just do it this way. We'll come back over here. Let's do where are you? There you are.
By the way, I hear those little heliways are great flyers.
Oh, I love the little heliway. Yeah, see?
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Man, that is so cool.
PV. Look at that.
$20, man. $20 right there.
PV.
There's the new refresh on the tickets coming up. So
now, Bill, is that 4K?
Yeah. It would be. I think I'll be honest with you guys. I think that's the future of drones. I think you're going to have something about the size of an Alexa Pod, or Echo Pod, or
right.
Alexa.
Yeah, the Echo, just the Echo. It's just called the Echo.
Well, I'm just talking about the little ones, the little Pod or whatever.
Yeah,
that's going to be. It's going to be like a personal size drone. It's going to be able to sit right here next to you. It's going to shoot 8K footage. It's going to fly for 24 hours and recharge an hour and a half. Well, the stuff that you see in all the futuristic sci-fi movies, those little, like, what was it in most recently? I can't remember which. There's so many of them that are like the Hunger Games and all those what's her name?
Right.
The little girl. There's like three of them. I can't remember exactly which one it was. There's so many of them that they blur together, but it's just kind of like a personal combat drone or whatever. But then there's, I think it's going to be what we have in the future. I don't think we're going to have these humongous birds in the sky. I think they're going to be smaller, stealthier, and with more capabilities. I don't think we're going to get bigger and bigger. I think we're going to get smaller and smaller.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, everything goes small once once the technology becomes affordable. So, well, listen, if we've gone through most of our deals yet, here's a question I want to ask both of you, and maybe you can even break it down into what do you call it, the hobby class and toy drone. What is the best deal for the holidays? What deal would you recommend for the holidays? But Bill H, which drone? If somebody was a first-time drone buyer and they wanted to get in, they wanted to get into drones and get a serious, a professional 4K drone, what would you recommend for them among all the deals that we covered?
A 4K drone, Ron?
Yeah.
Okay.
A starter drone, maybe not somebody that's that already has 10 drones. Maybe they've never flown a drone before, but they don't want to start out with a little tool. They want to get something decent. What would you recommend for them?
I'd recommend a Mavic Air.
At $699.
At $699, I really would. I know. In here, and let me preface this because I had like 3 weeks with the Mavic Air. Okay.
Right.
And I really put it through its paces.
You did a great job of that review.
Oh, thank you. And one of the things that drove me nuts about the Mavic Air, I mean, it really drove me nuts. It wasn't the range. It wasn't the battery life. It wasn't the normal things. It was so incredibly noisy. I mean, I flew it in the neighborhood, and I had literally people coming out of their houses going out like, what is that? All right. And and I put it up next to a Phantom 4, and it was like twice as loud as a Phantom 4. I mean, that's to me, That's the biggest knock that I have, that DJI really needs to just, they need to put new ESCs and quieter props on that, because that thing is just, I have a friend over in the UK. He got rid of his for that specific reason. He said it sounds like a wasp's nest, and it really does. But as far as a drone is concerned, you could not go wrong with getting a Mavic Air as your first drone, a first series kind of drone, because you're going to shoot in 4K. You're going to get great footage from it, and with a 3-axis gimbal, and it's going to have decent range for what you need. And from what I did with the videos and the stills that I took from it, it was fantastic.
I'd rather have a Spark camera with the Air's gimbal on it. I'd rather take a Spark drone with just a 3-axis gimbal from the Mavic Air, and you can keep the rest of the Mavic Air. That's my personal opinion. That's just what, and honestly, my personal opinion is, as soon as they finally deliver the Xeno, which I think it's going to hit, I think it's probably they're going to have enough quantity in the States in stores to purchase by mid-December to where you can pick it up before Christmas. But they're going to have probably about $500, $550 on it. But that's going to be the drone. If once they get it on the shelves, there's not going to be, because the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm reading about it, I think that soft focus issue that we've all noticed is going to be solved with a firmware update. So,
on what we talked about before, the Mavic Air. Now, either Bill, I'll put this question out to you: Would you get the Mavic Air at $699, or would you get the Mavic Pro Classic for $799?
I would go with the Mavic Pro Classic. Yeah.
Now, I haven't flown the Air, so that's why I'm asking you guys. I don't know how good the Air is outside of seeing the reviews.
Okay, man.
Okay, the big thing with the Mavic Pro Classic is you get your increased battery time with that. You can use quieter props with that. You have a 4K, that 4K camera that's on there. I think it's better than the camera that's on the Mavic Air. And you have increased range with it. And just all around. I mean,
I was going to say the OcuSync 1 on the Mavic Pro Classic probably makes it worth it over the Mavic Air with the Wi-Fi, right? Just that one feature alone may be the difference.
Absolutely. I mean, for only $100 more, Ron, that's a kind of a no-brainer deal. I mean, it really is.
Right. Unless you needed an ultra compact drone.
Right.
That would be the only reason to choose the Air over the Mavic Pro Classic.
Now, see, when my daughter got married, Mavic Air wasn't out yet, and I took the Spark with me. I had the Spark and the Mavic Pro. I took the Spark with me because of its size. That I wanted something I could put in my travel bag, because I didn't want to have to carry the case like that I had for my Mavic Pro, the original one. And it was wonderful for what it did what I needed it to do at my daughter's wedding, which was fantastic. But now in rethinking something like that, I mean, DJI did a lot of stuff right with the Mavic Air, but they really need to go back to the drawing board and retool some of that stuff. I mean, like I said, not only the noise, but the battery life, the range. I mean, those are things that are solved if you look at the Mavic Pro, the original Mavic Pro. It's already there. The battery life is there, the range is there, the original OcuSync is there. That camera that's on the original Mavic Pro I think is better than the camera that's on the Mavic Air.
Right. I mean, really, the competition to the Mavic Pro Classic is the Autel Evo, but now that it's $799, it's $200 less than the Autel Evo. So you sacrifice the 1-inch sensor, but you really don't sacrifice anything else, correct?
Correct. And with the Autel Evo, you have to also remember with that, it's physically, it's bigger. And I don't know if you guys, when I met up with Rick Smith earlier this year, I actually got to fly the Evo for just maybe about 45 minutes or so. But physically, picking that up, it's a very heavy drone. I mean, physically, if you look at it, I don't know how much it actually weighs, but it's built well, but it's heavy. It's a very heavy drone on one thing. And the other thing that I can tell you about that is, because it's bigger. It's bigger than the original Mavic Pro. So it's going to take up more room in a case. It's not as compact as Autel wants you to think it is.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's good to know. It's good information to share with the people. Because I
Yeah.
haven't had my hands on the Autel Evo either. So you've had firsthand experience. I've even flown it.
And I can tell you from flying it, its maneuverability was fantastic. I didn't get a chance to shoot any video. I just really wanted to get out and have a chance to fly it. And in flying it, it did well. But one of the things, and it's still a problem, and they haven't corrected it, and I know Ken Dono had talked about it in some of his videos, is that if you use their auto land, which is really their precision landing, it comes down smoothly. But if you're bringing the stick down, it's doing one of these on the way down there like that. It's not like a level platform. It's kind of like going a little wonky when it's all the way down. But if you do their version of precision landing, it comes down perfect. So they need to get another firmware update. But one of the things that I have to say about Autel, to me, I had an X-Star Premium, which came before the Evo. Okay,
right.
Their hardware is rock solid. I have absolutely zero question about their hardware. They build a great drone, and it's the same with the Evo. Their problem with the X-Star Premium was their software and their software updates. In fact, when I sold my X-Star Premium, it was still waiting for that software update. They measure time not in days or weeks, but months for software updates with that. But they've done unbelievable work with the Evo in getting software updates out there. They're much faster. They're much more responsive because they know they have a good product. They know that this is light years ahead of the X-Star Premium, and they want to make sure that it's going to be viable. And in order to do that, they got to get out there and do these firmware updates, and they're finally responding to that.
I have a friend of mine, Soul Force. He's a YouTube reviewer. He mostly reviews toy quads, but the Autel you had, the one you said you sold, that was one of his favorite drones of all time when he had it. He used to love that thing. The X-Star Premium. He loved that drone.
It was a great drone. It really was. I had absolutely. I was brand new to drones, Ron, when I got that. I never touched the control sticks on a drone till I got the X-Star Premium. I got it from actually on Amazon through Adorama, and it came with everything. It came with its own humongous case, extra props. There was a spare battery in there, the controller. I mean, it was set to go. I mean, Autel does it right. They do a lot of things right. And their Achilles heel was the software. But like I said, I think they're making a comeback with that.
Right. Good. And I agree with Light because I like DJI, but I'm not a fanboy. I'd love to see Autel make drones as good as DJI. I'd love to see them challenge DJI. So I hope the Evo continues to do well. But right now it'd be, I guess, if you could save $200 by buying the Mavic Pro Classic, if you were advising a new buyer, it'd be hard to recommend it over it, huh?
Oh
over
yeah,
buying
definitely.
the Classic, at $799.
But I think you're going to see, and that's one of the things I wanted to touch upon before we end tonight is I think they're going to drop the price on the Evo for Christmas. It was $999. I think you'll see $899 or maybe even $799 for Black Friday in some places.
Okay, but let's go there. Let's take that question one step further. If the Autel Evo goes down to, we want to say $899, you want to say $799?
Let's say $899.
If it goes down to $899, is that the one you'd recommend then?
I would say yes because of the technology. Because
Okay.
the 4K at 60 frames per second. I mean, how can you say no to that? And I know Dobo has done extensive testing with that, and I've seen some of his videos. The 4K at 60 frames per second, it's incredible. It really is. But again, down here in Florida, and this is one of the things. I've done a lot of filter videos. I've been getting Freewell sends me filters, RC Style sends me filters, so I'm doing these filter reviews. But the frustrating thing here in Florida is especially with the Mavic 2 Pro, is you got to twist and turn and put the filter on, and then by the time you get up in the air, you realize you have the wrong filter on. You got to land it and put another filter on because it's gone from cloudy to partly cloudy to sunny, and you had an ND4 on, and you got to change the filter, and it's just so frustrating. And I think that's one of the things Ken alludes to. When you're shooting at 4K 60 frames per second, especially here in Florida, you got to have a good filter on it to do it. Otherwise, a lot of stuff is going to be washed out with
Right.
your.
Let's do it. Maybe not a whole show, but let's do a show in the future where we take a segment and talk about filters, because so many people have questions about filters. They don't understand what filters do for you. Let's kind of like put it in layman's terms, what these filters do for your drones, and maybe make some recommendations or whatever. Again, maybe not an hour on one topic, but maybe spend a good 15, 20 minutes just talking about filters.
Oh,
yeah. And people in the chat room, if you have interest in it, say yes. If you say, I don't want to hear anything about filters, say that too.
Well, that's perfectly fine. Yes, we can do a show on filters and everything like that in the future too. Something I want to bring up, still on the same subject that we've been talking about tonight.
Good.
Here's the thing. If Xeno shows up mid-December, about as good as we're expecting, if not better, what's going to be its main competition, or what is it going to be the main competition of?
The Spark #1, the Parrot Bebop 2, and knocking at the heels of the Mavic Air.
Okay, yeah. So #1 is the DJI Spark. And if it's anywhere close to what we're thinking, with a 3-axis gimbal and a 20+ minute flight time and 4K video, is DJI still going to be in the front in that area, or are they going to be behind?
Well, we'll answer that question in a second, but we've seen 2 reviews of the Xeno. Andy RC has got a hold of it, along with the RC sailors. The sailors have flown it a couple times. They're getting 19-minute flight times right on the first couple battery charges. So the almost 20-minute flight time is established. Now we've seen video on it, and it looks a little soft. But here's the deal: if you look at Andy RC's video of the Xeno, when it's locked in on him by the trees, it looks crystal clear. It's as sharp as could be, but it seems to have a problem zooming at infinity range. So when he aimed it way out, in the distance at the trees, it looked a little soft. But up close, when he had it, kind of, on himself and these surrounding trees, it looked as sharp as a, as a DJI product. So I'm very interested to test that part out when I get it. But anyhow, we know about the 19-minute flight time. 2 people have flown it. It hasn't had any flying issues. Nobody's did a range test on it. Nobody's taken it very far away, but the FPV has been like rock solid. Andy RC did the tap, the follow thing. It worked fine. So that's what we do know so far. And Bill's question about, is it will take the Spark away? For people that want 4K, it definitely will. And for people who want 3-axis mechanical gimbals, it definitely will. If it tests out well, but so far in the early tests, it has lived up to its billing, except for maybe a soft focus issue at infinity range. That's the only knock I could see so far on it.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree with Ron, Bill. I think definitely it's a Spark, and I think the big thing with that is your big question is, do you want 4K or are you okay with 1080p? Okay, if you're okay with 1080p, then it's a no-brainer. You get the Spark. Okay, but if you want the 4K and you want a platform that's going to get you 20 minutes up there, and it is portable like that, then the Xeno is something you need to definitely take a good hard look at.
And I think the 4K, the 4K, the resolution is the same resolution as the Mavic Air. You're getting the same amount of pixels of resolution as a Mavic Air for less than half the price.
We know the Black Friday deal for the Spark Fly More combo It's 340. Oh, is it the controller
Yeah.
combo or the
349 for the combo.
Yeah, for the controller combo.
Right.
It's 15 minutes of flight time, 1080p, and a 2-axis gimbal. And for the same price, you get 4K, a 20-minute flight time.
Right. And remember, we've confirmed the 19-minute flight time. The Spark in reality, I never get much more than about 12 or 13 minutes. I don't get the 50 minutes. I'm going to say more in the 10 to 12-minute range than the 15-minute range. So we know that, I mean, after about 10 minutes, you got to get the Spark back to you.
Yeah. Hey, Billy, have you seen any footage on the Xeno? Have you seen this soft focus thing that we were talking about? We've been talking about it for a while because we started looking at the footage about, a month ago?
I already told Billy to come over to Jersey and he can fly my Xeno when I get it in.
And he said, "Let's do it." Did you see that?
Well, yeah. We'll make we'll film a little segment just for the drone therapy show. How about that? Exclusive video just for drone therapy.
That'd be good. The one other thing I wanted to bring up that we know about now, Bill's brushed on it. We've all brushed on it a little bit. Do we think the 28th is going to be a drone, or is it just going to be that little bitty camera?
I'll go first. Little bitty camera.
Okay. I agree with Ron. Little bitty camera.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a small, what did we say it was? Pocket Osmo Pocket, like a YouTube vlogger camera that you can set up and take everywhere. I even theorized that you're just going to have a go live button on it that you set up in the software. You press a button, boom, you go live. Okay,
here's my question to both Bills. You go first, Bill H. But what do you think this product will be priced at? And if it's priced at what you believe it's going to be priced at, would you purchase it?
Okay. Because it's going to have a camera in it, that definitely means it's going to be well above the $139 like for the Osmo Mobile gimbal.
Correct.
I'm thinking because it's going to have a camera in here, and if the camera, I think the camera, you're going to see that in the shape of the Hasselblad like it was on the Pro, the Mavic 2 Pro, because that's what they did with that cartoonish image that Billy talked about. Is if you look at it, you can see that shape that's real clear with that. I'm guessing, and I'm looking at a $450 to $500 price range.
And you're not buying?
I need to see footage. I need to see what it looks like.
Okay. How about you, Bill Thomas?
Wait. I have something. Wait. Hasselblad on a stick. I'm telling you, Hasselblad. See, it fits. It
does. It does. He got it. He's got it.
I'm telling you, man. Hasselblad on a stick. I can see this as like, what's his name? Jeff Dunham. Hasselblad on a stick. He didn't be talking and stuff and everything. Well, that's all I've got. Has anybody got anything else you want to go back over with?
Well, look, real fast. If Bill's right about that price point on this, new Osmo, it may put it in a kind of a direct competition with the GoPro Hero 7. Even though that's not on a stick, it has that. What do they call the stabilization on that thing? Super smooth stabilization. So I mean, you don't even need need a stick, and it's going to be about $400. It's kind of going to be a direct competitor to the GoPro Hero 7 then, in somewhat of a way. With the Hero 7 having the advantage that it's rougher, it could go underwater and do things that this Osmo can't do. So it's going to be an interesting decision. If you're thinking about getting a Hero 7, would you get this Osmo plus super, pocket Osmo instead? Yeah. I really think they're if they do this, they're positioned to go head to head with I think GoPro and the Hero 7.
I think that's just one. If it does, I don't think that I think they're going to put something out, especially if it's going to be like a vlogger type. You got so many people that love getting on boats. Got so many people that like going to the beach. I think it's going to be waterproof. I think it's going to shoot 4K and 60 frames. It's going to pretty much do all kinds of high tech stuff with very minimal user input. It's going to be simple push button and go, just a little click here and there. Nothing really complicated, and you're going to be able to put out phenomenal footage. It may even have some built-in software that's going to let you edit on the fly too. Who knows? But that's just my theory.
It's going to be interesting.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Now, since we're doing that and everything, I just want to go ahead. We've run a little bit over.
We are over
and everything. I wanted to say that our next show will be on the 28th of November, after Thanksgiving, after Black Friday, so we can talk about what deals we did and didn't find, maybe some new deals that have come about, and we can all talk about what tryptophan hangovers are like. With that, I will let my counterpart say good evening to everybody, and I will close out, and I will pass it to Bill, the drone reviewer.
Thanks, Bill. It was wonderful tonight. Thank you for doing all the hard work that you do, and thank you for looking up these deals, because I think it's great to get this out to people, because not everybody is a DJI fanboy or can afford DJI drones. So a lot of the drones that you mentioned are definitely in a price point that people can afford, and there's really kind of something for everybody this holiday season as far as drones are concerned. So thank you for doing that legwork. Ron, thank you again for a great show as well. I'm real anxious for you to get that Xeno, to see that, to get it up in the air, and to kind of give us a first hand on that. I got some great things coming up. We're going to have on my channel, I'm going to have the 12 days of Christmas, and it's going to be 12 consecutive days. I'm going to be doing a different giveaway each day. And right now it looks like the grand prize that I'm going to have is a Mavic 2 battery that we're going to have at the end. But I'm going to have Amazon gift card, Starbucks gift card. I'm going to have DJI swag that was only available at the event is the giveaway. I'm going to be giving away the RC style charger for the Mavic 2. I got 2 sets of filters I'm going to give away. So we're going to have a lot of fun in December. We're going to really, really just have a lot of fun.
And Ron.
Yes, I want to thank Bill Thomas for having me on here and doing like Bill says, all the hard work behind the scenes, getting us going with the all the technical stuff here, and Bill H, it's just great doing this show with you. I think I'm enjoying the show more and more. I really think we're doing well out here. I hope the people that watches think so. And I'm looking forward to your 12 days of Christmas. That should be a lot of fun. I'm glad you have a good giveaway for your all the subscribers to your channel. So and I'm glad we could point out some of these deals. In fact, anybody in the chat room, put a little message in or send us if you got any of these deals, and where you found them and how you made out with them, whether they were for you or whether they were Christmas gift. Give us a little feedback, and we'll talk about the ones that you got. Just put it in Coast to Coast Drones. Just say, oh, I picked up the Mavic Air at Best Buy, and there was only one left. Any story like that, we'd love to talk about that on the next episode. So again, thanks for everybody joining the show, and I'll throw it back to Bill Thomas to close us out tonight.
Okay, just a heads up for you guys. After I close out the show, just hang around for a couple of minutes or two. I wanted to talk to you about something that kind of popped up tonight. I'm grateful to have everyone here. Just like Ron Brown told you, the rebroadcast of the show will be up later. Please tell your friends and everyone that we're on a 2-week rotation. We will be back on November the 28th. And just like Ron was saying, if you come up with any deals, if you come up with any ideas, something you'd like to see on the show, please feel free to put your comments on the rebroadcast post, and we'll all see it. You're welcome to look for all of us on Facebook. You're welcome to look for all of us here on our YouTube channels, Bill Drone Reviewer, Ron Brown. I have links for all their pages in the description. I'll start adding the group links and stuff. Of course, Bill's got like 15 or 20 groups, and I've only got 3, and I think Ron's got 1 or 2. But we'll get that all in there too. Glad to see you, Eric. Sorry that you got in late. We're getting ready to kind of wind it up and everything. Super glad to have you all here. Hope you all found some deals and stuff that you might be interested in. Please come back and join us in about 2 weeks. With that, keep it in the air, folks. And we're live with Drone Therapy, episode 14. Tonight's special guest, none other than Mr. TDR himself, Brian Singleton, True Drone Reviews. Yay!
Hey, boo.
How you doing tonight, Brian?
I'm doing good.
I'm
doing
here. I was
good.
getting my headphones.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And Ryan is taking his leisurely position as therapist on the bed this evening. So,
it's a convenient spot for
I
me
was
to set
talking to
this
Brian before
laptop.
we came on about, we all know the main news of the day, but the only other news tidbit that I could find was the creator of Kitty Hawk had brought up the fact that this new net neutrality thing was going to cause issues possibly with drone data from commercial drones being sent back and forth over internet servers, that they could potentially have to pay for sending that data back and forth. So there's that thing. And then, as Brian was talking about too, the new YouTube regulations and stuff, you know, Brian was saying, and I was saying both, that we're not in this for the money, and we understand that YouTube is a business, and that's why they've done this. And yeah, a lot of people are going to be mad because they've, you know, I don't know what to say. I'm just a guy putting up videos and having some people on a drone show, and I'm hoping that we can all be one big drone community. But I don't know. That's my opinion.
Do
What do you think?
Well, I think. Go ahead,
for
Brian.
no? Do you guys have any idea how many YouTube channels there are?
Oh, John Cooper's in the
Here, and I
house.
brought a bunch of mini readies for our special guest because he loves the mini ready so
Oh
much.
yeah, I do, Puppy, I do.
All right, now
Let's
go ahead.
just
Brian, you were
say-
talking about how many YouTube
Do it
channels?
again.
Do you know how many YouTube channels there are?
Oh,
Okay.
jeez. No idea.
Take a guess.
I don't know, a million.
There's 500
gotta be
million
millions.
YouTube channels.
Oh, I
It's
didn't
five.
guess that
It's
much.
500
A
million. Okay, what this my opinion
Yeah.
on this YouTube thing, okay, is this is a bandwidth issue. YouTube wants to shut down a lot of channels. The channels use bandwidth, and they want to shut down a few million of these channels because this net neutrality thing. There's gonna be some earthquakes over this in the coming years. Okay.
Mhm.
Because these ISPs, they're gonna start being able to hold Netflix and companies like that and Hulu. They're gonna be able to start holding them hostage to their bandwidth. Okay, so what you're gonna see is somebody like Amazon or Netflix. They're gonna get together and start their own ISPs and start running their own cable. I mean, I think you're gonna see that. Because these companies, they're not going to be able to, or they'll be like Rockefeller. When Rockefeller told the train company, said, "Screw you, I'm not shipping my oil. I'll build these underground oil pipelines and ship my own oil." You know, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same thing. You're going to see in 5 years from now, you're going to see Amazon or Google start their own phone company or their own internet companies and start laying their own cable and doing all this crap. Trust me, because they're not going to let these Verizon and Comcast and all that hold them hostage. They're just not going to do it. Trust me, they're not.
Okay, so what about a manufacturer as big as DJI comes in and says, "All right, we're going to team up with Amazon to go this way, and we want to get rid of these regulations so that we can get our drones in the air"?
Well, like I told you in the
I'm not
pre-show,
following
I
that.
don't think that the bandwidth from drones is that much of a concern to the ISPs, the internet service providers. They're more into the chasing down the bandwidth hogs for the Netflix and people that use gigabytes and gigabytes and gigabytes on a daily basis, streaming everything and anything. They're
People like
more
me.
into chasing that. Well, like me too. I'm a power user.
Oh,
I
yeah,
go on the news groups and download gazillions of gigabytes of crap.
Oh wow, so you're
Okay.
a news group user. Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, I use tons of bandwidth, tons.
Yeah, and I stream boatloads on Netflix, and I mean I'm always running all kinds of different stuff. So
Yeah, I probably got 20 terabytes of freaking hard drive crap over here of storage. You guys don't even want to know all the crap I have over here.
well, I've
Believe me.
only got a little 4 terabyte over here. It's only half full, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Anyway, so let's get back to Mr. True Drone Reviews himself. How did you come up with True Drone Reviews?
I was just sitting there, and it just came up on top of my head. That's all.
I mean, was your plan from the very get-go to do just no bullshit reviews, no sponsors, no nothing?
Yeah, that was the plan. That was the plan from the beginning.
Okay, so yeah, and you veered off of that. Have you ever been offered sponsorship? Have you people come to you?
Twice. Two times.
Do you want to mention names, or would you rather keep that confidential?
I would rather not say, but I turned them down. I turned them down both times. I said no.
Gentlemen, panel members, do you have any questions for Brian? Come on here, help me out. What is this, like Jeopardy? It's the $1 million question.
My feed's breaking up so much. I don't know if it's my laptop or if it's YouTube or Hangouts.
Oh, really?
Seems good to me.
I can hear you.
It must be this piece of shit laptop. So I don't know. My phone's almost dead, and I really can't use it.
Yeah, your feed's kind of grainy. Maybe it's not necessarily the laptop. Might be the bandwidth getting to the laptop.
I'm right next to a really good router, so it's not. It's upgraded, so it's probably got the Intel patch, so it's making it even worse.
Oh,
Is it
really?
updated?
You put the meltdown patch on there? That stinks.
Time. Yep.
Okay. Come on.
Last week, and it got patched.
All right. What was your very first drone?
My very first drone was the Parrot Bebop. The Bebop one, the first one.
Oh, okay. The very
No toy drone.
Dan and him
before that, huh?
Yeah, that was my first one. I got that last year on Black Friday.
Okay, and Tommy Drone from chat is asking, where do you live?
In Pittsburgh.
So does that mean you're a Steelers fan, or are you pulling for another team?
I'm a Baltimore Colts fan, but now they're the Indianapolis Colts.
Fair enough.
Well, I'm from Baltimore. That's where I'm from Baltimore. That's where I was born. So I've been a Colts fan my whole life.
That was a rough season.
Yeah. All right. So what was your first review? I mean, it might not have been something that you posted. Was it the actual?
My first review is my most popular video.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah. It's got over 19,000 views to this day.
Damn!
It's was the Sky Viper Pro.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember
that was my first review. Oh, and I shit canned that thing, and man, that video's got more dislikes than likes to this day. But I'll tell you what, hey, 200-300 people a week watch that video.
Yeah, exactly, and that's all YouTube cares about.
Every
People
week.
Are like, yeah, we're gonna go buy 10,000 dislikes. I'm like, well, YouTube just loves that, man. They don't.
Yeah.
The computer only sees that there's been interaction on that channel. That's all.
Right. If you go to my YouTube page and you go to the section that says popular videos, and you scroll through all of them, the top 10 popular videos, they're all junk toys. They're not one of them is a good drone. Not one. Not one.
Bill, the drone reviewer, has asked, how many reviews total have you done?
Oh, at least 150.
Oh,
I got over 300 videos on my channel, and about 30 of them are just promotional videos, but the rest of them are ones I made.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. back. Oh, now what were you talking about earlier? Something that you brought in honor of Brian being here tonight, John?
What?
What was it you said you had earlier
A bowl of oatmeal.
that you had in honor of Brian being here?
I'm sorry. Let me fix my ear set. All right. Now, what did you say? I don't have a bowl of oatmeal. It's a bowl of mashed potatoes because I'm hungry.
Oh, this is weird. The feed just kind of went.
Yeah, that's what happened. I was like, what? It wasn't my ear set. It was this. The feed was weird.
Yeah, it was like it like jerked along there
Yeah,
for a second.
What were you saying?
You said that you had something specially arranged for our guest this evening, and I was asking what that was.
Oh, I was kidding about the mini readies. I was just kidding about that.
With the mini ready. Okay.
Mini ready. Yeah.
Mhm.
I actually we went to B Dalton, or not B Dalton, what am I saying? To Barnes and Noble bookstore the other day because my wife wanted a particular book. I'm not going to say what book it was, but we went there and I had noticed that they had these drones there online a couple of times. So I went ahead and got one. It is the X3 Nano drone. It actually has a camera in it.
Oh my God.
Comes with a 4 gigabyte SD card.
Oh my God.
And
It's like a little Pearson.
Yeah, and look at this. I've not seen the trim on this is so unique. It's just a little, you just dial it in that way. So if it's going to the left, you kick it to the right. If it's going, forward.
Right.
So there, I guess but it's a neat little drone. It takes decent pictures. I'm thinking it's only a 0.3 megapixel.
Yeah. Well, if you take out the SD card, it'll probably double the flight time.
Yeah, probably.
Bro, you reduce the weight by half. That thing. I'll show you one that I just picked up the other day. I was going to show it tonight because I was very impressed with it. Little Sky Viper 550 Nano.
Oh wow! Yeah, I love those. I've burned up 2 or 3 of those.
Oh man, I couldn't believe how nice that thing flew.
Wait. But the thing about it is, and I need to do this. Yeah, I love them too. See?
Yeah. Oh, it flies great.
Yeah.
I was real impressed with it.
Is after about 50, 60 flights, the motors start burning up.
Oh yeah. Well, it's got those motors that John was talking about with those core motors.
The coreless brush motors. Yep.
Yeah.
But
You said they were. You said they weren't going to. That's the same kind that the Parrot Mambo has. The Parrot Mambo has the same motors as that new DJI.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same motors. Same motors in there.
Hello, Tello. Oh, everyone that's in the room tonight, did you notice the link that I posted from the very get-go? Billy was nice enough to give me access to all of his footage. So throughout the broadcast tonight, I will show little 30-second, 15-second excerpts of stuff that he let me have. But he did say, please go to his channel, and I will post the link again. And please watch his video, and please comment and tell him that you heard about it here on Drone Therapy and saw about it. But he drove from school all the way to New York, drove all the way home, edited footage, and uploaded it. So he's not here tonight because he's like this.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I'd be tired too.
So yeah, just please make sure, like I said, check out that link and hit him when you get a chance.
Yeah, that's a real diehard there.
Well, yeah. Plus, he's supporting his big channel. He's made most of his, what he's got so far is how he explains his videos, how he's really in depth and everybody can understand it.
Yeah, he's very intricate. He's very good.
And it's all DJI. That's what got him there. I did give him the Bugs 3. He made the one video. I
saw it. I thought he did pretty good with that.
Yeah, for somebody that had just flown that type of drone for like the second time in his life, he did great.
Right. because
Yeah,
that's not a beginner drone. I tell people that come to my channel to watch my bugs videos and ask me about it, because people talk about the Bugs 3 all the time. You know, people Bugs 3, Bugs 3, Bugs 3. And I explained this in a video once. The Bugs 3 is not a starter quad. Okay, it's just not. You know, the thing is extremely fast, and if you're not used to something like that, that thing can get away from you quick.
Oh, I'm not gonna. The first time I took mine out on the porch and throttled it up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I got this." And then I hit the throttle, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I about pissed myself.
Yeah, that thing has got tremendous power.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
and I was
no
glad
doubt.
that I had practiced quite a bit before I had flown it.
I mean, I like
days before I felt good with it.
Yeah, I like my Bugs 3 so much. I've never bought any more of the other ones. I never bought the 6 or the 8 or the 9 or any of them. The Bugs 3 to me is good enough.
Yeah. Okay, John, you know the other bugs. Talk to us about the other bugs. I do want to see the mini, though. I would like to see the mini.
You're talking about the new ones that MJX is going to come out with this year?
Well, not necessarily the new ones, but okay, what is the difference between the 6, the 3, and the 8?
Okay.
I've never.
So this actually confuses a lot of people.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So MJX Bugs 6 and Bugs 8 are literally the exact same quad except for the top shell cover. They're literally the exact same. The reason for this supposedly is because they were going to put Bugs 8 in retail stores only, and Bugs 6 was going to be sold online. Like it was going to be some sort of thing or whatever. But as far as specifications, they are literally the same quad, same video transmitter. They're completely the same.
Okay.
Now, I guess between Bugs 3 and Bugs 6/8, there really isn't a whole lot of, I don't know, flight characteristic difference in a sense. I guess maybe the Bug 6 is a little more aerodynamic. I felt like it was a little faster. But see, the thing is, they both run 2-cell batteries. Okay, so there's really only so much you're going to get out of a 2-cell to power those motors on there.
Okay, but okay, what about the difference in the KV of the motors? What's the difference in the KVs? You know, as far as all that's concerned.
Specifically, I don't recall, but it's not drastic. It's not like, oh my god, the KV of the Bug 6 so much faster.
He made it back, but he's chopping along.
Arguably, actually, Bugs 3 is better if you want to go faster. You know why? Because you cannot use a 6-cell battery. You cannot use a 3-cell battery on Bug 6. It will just stop you dead in your tracks. The ESC has some kind of protection mechanism that will not let you even arm the quad if you plug in a 3-cell. Whereas the Bugs 3, you can just plug in a 3-cell, throw some tri-blade dowel props on there, and you can actually take off. So the Bugs 3 modded is arguably faster.
Okay, I'm looking for a quick update into the chat. E-Drone says he got bit by the air bug. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, Eric. I swear to you, we are. But I just don't. I know how much time we're gonna blow on it, and I don't want to go into it right yet.
So the only thing I hate about the Bugs 3 is the hassle is to change the motors and ESCs or anything else. Is it like, what do you mean by that? I'm kind of curious because
I just want to give everybody, because Brian's here. Everybody's saying hello. Ron Brown's saying hello. We got Tommy Drone in the house. We got Chris in the house. Got Crystal in the house. Got Mike. Got Drone Worship. We got everybody. Yeah, Dan's like,
wait, is she here? Because I didn't see her.
Not your Crystal. Chris is Crystal.
Oh, okay, different.
I'm like, I mean, I'm gonna say I love my Bugs 3. I'm not gonna deny it. I love my Bugs 3. And I fly at least, if it's not raining, probably every day or every other day. And that's no bullshit. I love my Bugs 3. Everybody's always like, oh, you're a DJI fan. I'm like, oh, hell no. I fly here lately. I've been flying the Wi-Fi Bugs 2 and the Bugs 3. Much more than I have the two DJI drones.
Do you still have? Yeah, but I was just wondering because someone was saying that the only thing I hate about the Bugs 3 is the hassle is to change the motors and ESCs or anything else. The body shell is a pain to change, but I didn't realize that the ESCs or motors are really that difficult to change. It doesn't seem like it's that much different from, say, changing a motor on a racing drone or something like that. I'm kind of curious to what he meant. If he's still on here, have you checked out that DJI Matrix 600 Pro?
Oh, Matrix. Yeah, Matrix. They're good. That's
Where I am, they have the Garden State Plaza, right, which is pretty much like 15 minutes away from here. There's a DJI store. They have that big drone right in the center of the store. I was actually thinking of taking my gimbal and going to the store, but I didn't know if anyone would think that was a cool idea.
Get in the chat, man. Tell me I was a DJI snob.
Hell, I'd just like to see one of them things.
Yeah, they've got it in the center of the store in glass cover. I saw it and I was like, wow.
Oh, well, when they still had the store open in Bellevue, yeah, I saw all of it up close. I took pictures. I had posted them like months ago, but the store only stayed open like 10 months and locked up and left.
Well, that's why I was thinking of going maybe in the next couple of weeks, because I don't know when the hell it might close. I mean, it's right next to the Tesla store in the Garden State Plaza here in Jersey. So, and stores close up and open up all the time. And it was dead when I was there. So it's just completely dead when I looked across. I'm like, that place is dead. But right in the center, you can see it. You can see it looking right in. Got the big old.
Yeah, it was like a $30 drone with the camera in it.
Is that the one you got at the bookstore?
Yeah, 3 speeds. And I'm recording this right now. I'll load it up and we'll see what the video looks like here in a minute.
So what other questions do we have for our friend here?
Yeah.
Let's see.
And we did discuss if Brian has ever deleted a video before we came on the air. And he seemed rather open to it, John.
He seemed rather what?
He's talking about my Applebee's video.
How many people? That should be a contest. How many people have seen the Applebee's video?
I told Bill, I said, look, that's not the kind of video you leave up forever. It's just one you leave up for the night.
But us dedicated fans, Brian, the truly dedicated fans know the video of which I speak. Because like I said, John was in my messenger. He's like, "Did you see Brian's video?" I was like, "Yep." He's like, "But it's gone now." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah,
we understood exactly. We were like, "Oh God, somebody pissed him off so bad."
Just a few nights ago, I was in Applebee's and I'm like, "Well,
he was
they're getting rid of pina coladas at the Applebee's I normally go to. Apparently, not enough people drink them, but they had just enough to make me one more drink." And I'm like. I texted the chat. I'm in Applebee's. I'm ready. Should I start live streaming?
All right, guys, I'm back. I'm on my phone now.
Welcome back.
I'm sorry. the laptop since the patch is just a piece of.
I'm pretty sure your earphones are not working though because I'm hearing my. Oh wait, did you?
Yeah, I just plugged them in.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure those are not working.
Is Clay still in here? He was asking me earlier how many I had. The
video looks.
Clay was here. I didn't even see him in the chat.
Yeah, that laptop's a piece of crap, Brian. So I go back to my cell phone. It works a lot better.
Yeah, well, thanks to the meltdown thing, I guess little computers like that really take a hit.
Well, yeah, look at last time I was on, it worked okay, and yeah, it's unusable now.
Hey, listen, I want to jump in here and say something real quick, okay?
All right.
Listen, Bill, I am donating a drone for a giveaway. Okay, so what I figure I can do is I can donate this and let you run the giveaway. And then next week you can announce the winner and then just tell me and then I'll ship it to the address you say.
Well, we've been talking about doing that, Bill. And we were talking about that too.
Well,
so
I'm doing it tonight because I got like 70 or 80 of these quads and I've been giving them away like crazy, but I still got so many of them. Oh, let me show you the one I'm giving away.
Join the club.
Yeah.
I've got a lot. I said, but I'll give away one too.
This is what I'm giving away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got that one sitting on the floor over here. The Flyster.
Is that the Wi-Fi version? Or is it the non-Wi-Fi version?
No, this is the Wi-Fi version. Okay.
I think mine's just a basic. I don't have any Wi-Fi on mine.
I flew it 2 times. There it is.
Oh, cool.
It's in mint condition.
Wait. I have one request though. If we're
Yeah.
gonna do this, you have to sign the drone somehow before you send it to whomever.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
Autograph it.
This is gonna be the drone therapy episode giveaway with
He's just like, yeah, okay.
This has got a it's got a 650 in it, a 7.4 650.
I know, I
Wasn't this the
remember that.
one United on that one, right?
You don't get that much flight time on that one though, because of the Wi-Fi, right? It falls just under 5 minutes.
So I think mine was better.
Yeah, yours. I gave it a bad review for not because of the way it flew, because of the battery, because of the short flight time.
I think with mine's not Wi-Fi at all, and that might be why mine flies longer.
Right. Actually, he dropped a comment on my video saying, "Yeah, this is good. You ever get like 7 or 8 minutes out of yours. That Wi-Fi really kills the battery. They already did something really stupid with the battery, but that Wi-Fi just ruins it."
So, Bill, you run the giveaway, and then I'll send it out.
How the hell am I? Like, I know how to run a giveaway.
Well, you just have
to be like, Bill, give it to me, man. And I'm gonna be like, that's no point. Somebody else gonna get pissed, and then they're gonna dislike the videos, and I'm gonna be like, oh God, man.
You'll figure it out, okay? You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out.
Well, just do it like we were talking about. We just pick it from. You got to be in the chat room. You got to be a subscriber.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. We were talking about that, but
we could just do it live. Are you wanting to do it tonight, Brian?
I thought he would announce it next week, but he can do it whenever he wants. He can do it right now.
How about that? That's what we'll do.
Better.
Everybody that's in the chat tonight, we'll give everybody that's in the chat tonight. They'll know. I don't know. Do we want to do? Because see, the only way to really do it fair would be like to give somebody in the comments after we do the show, and I don't know how would we work it.
Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you how I just did mine.
Okay.
Because I just did 3 of them.
Oh.
One for the phone, and then I got 2 more quads I'm giving away. I got 2 more giveaways going. So what you have to do is you have to have the people that are in the chat come back to the video after it processes, because the chat is not saved in the video.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So they have to come back and leave a comment after the video gets posted to YouTube. So you do that, and then you use that random comment picker that I got from Cuppy.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, everybody in the chat knows, and we'll just leave it at that. So it's up to the people in the chat right now to come back and comment later. But but the whole point is, are we going to tell more people? Or are we just going to allow the people that are in chat tonight to know that they need to come back?
Well, yeah. Well,
you can advertise it.
Well, you can advertise it, because that'll possibly bring you in more if you put that in the algorithm. I mean, it all depends on how you want to do it. You do it the way you want.
Yeah, that sounds really good to me. So after we conclude tonight, we will advertise. As you also, Brian saw it. He is going to sign this drone. I have something that I'm thinking about. I might bring up later. I don't want anybody to shoot me, so I'm going to think for a while. So, but yeah, we're going to do it that way. So come back after the video processes and it's uploaded for Drone Therapy episode 14, and just comment, I want Brian's drone. You must comment, I want Brian's drone, and you must like the video and be a subscriber. And we will give you till, what do y'all want to cut it off at? Well, how about that? We'll announce it on next week's show.
Yeah, that's the way you probably should do it.
Yeah, we'll announce it on next week's show.
Right.
That'll just put it in a notepad file, copy and paste it into that website. I use it too. And just they give you a ticket, and that's a proof of who won. Sounds good.
Yeah, I just gave away that phone. That Drone Wolf Media guy won that.
He comments on my videos too. Drone Wolf Media.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good good flyer too. But he and then I got I'm doing the giveaway on that little Spark knockoff. I got that one going.
The YH-19.
Yeah. The Mi Hung Low.
Mi Hung Low, you call it? Yeah, Mi Hung Low.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mi Hung Low.
And then I got the giveaway going for that JJRC I don't remember the names and the numbers on all these damn things. It's a JJRC H97 or some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what kills me because it's like, and forgive me, I think that the Force One drones are fantastic, but somebody is one that they'll talk about. Oh, it's a clone. I'm like, no, it's a Bugs 3 that's been spray painted, guys. That's it.
It's a Bugs 3, exactly.
It is funny though. All those names are really annoying, right? Like it's like, oh, this is the HJBRC 59326.
And keeping that all right in your head is just like, oh my God.
All right, and you're like, what?
Let's just give it a name and stick with that.
And then I'll say it wrong. I'll be like, God, I have to restart the video.
Yeah,
I don't look stupid, right?
No, I don't care. I make the video. If I screw it up, I just say fuck it. That's why
See, I can't stand that.
I know, John. You got sponsors you got to worry about. See, I don't have to worry about that crap. Okay.
Yeah, that much. It's just some people don't like that stupid.
I just don't.
Listen, when I was doing the thing for the what did you call the Mihung Low? What was it, JD20 or something? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
well, I was out there doing the review and I couldn't remember the name of the damn thing, and that's why I came up with this Mihung Low thing. I said, "Oh, screw it, Mihung Low. That's the name of it, man. Screw it. I don't care."
Oh my God.
I just call it by like the model. Like a lot of them have a name and then a model number, and if I can't remember the model number, I just call it by the name.
Yeah.
It's too confusing.
I know you guys heard this, but I think John got up to go to the bathroom or get some mashed potatoes or something. I was talking to them, John, about my video. If you go to my YouTube channel and you go down to where it says popular videos, okay, and you scroll through my popular videos, every single one of my popular videos are all junk toys. None of them are anything good.
That's because they're cheap, though, too.
Yeah. Well, like I said in a video, I said in a video a while back, I made this little rant about people watch what they see in the store. They go to the store. Nobody sees Bugs 3s at Toys R Us.
But they see those pro marks that you do.
Yeah, they see the pro marks. They see the Sky Vipers. Like the Sky Viper Pro is my most popular video. That was my third video.
See, I really wish I had done what you did because you've gotten so much traffic. Because everyone after Christmas who got those pro marks from Walmart, the Sky Vipers, the sharper image crap.
All my pro mark videos are big.
So much.
Yeah.
All my
pro mark
too. So much traffic.
I should just make a pro mark video every day. Because every one of them is really successful. Every one of them I did has been really good. I mean, as
the
far
most
as
successful videos I think I've seen are doing the, like you said, the pro marks that you've done, or anything that's a clone of DJI stuff.
Yeah, I noticed those.
I've got almost 10,000 views now on that Mihung Low, the YH19 Spark clone.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, that mine I think has got 2,000 views on it, and I called it the Mihung Low, but a lot of people talked about it.
Yeah, exactly.
They made comments about that Mihung Low.
they love people like to be able to buy something that looks like a DJI, but it costs $30.
Right, they love it. Even if it don't fly, they don't care. They just show it to their friends. Look,
I think a lot of them are foreign people, and that's not a knock against it. But I just think it's where they're popular at because maybe they can't get a hold of DJI.
About a year ago, the first videos that I put up were with this drone, and it still flies to this day.
Well, I've seen that at Walmart.
That's what I said. I got it right after Christmas. That's where
the pro marks are kind of
panel right there.
There's a guy.
The pro marks are kind of expensive. They're like $200, right?
Yeah, right.
No, I got this for $100.
That Pro Mark GPS drone I paid $170 for it.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy, that is pricey.
Now there's a guy on YouTube. It's got a YouTube channel, right? And that drone that Bill just had up there, that
it looks like a SEMA X8.
yeah, that's what they are. That's all they are. But anyway, that VR thing that he's got. Well, this guy on YouTube, he's got he made a video with that drone. It's got about 80,000 views. Okay. All of his other videos have like 30 views, except for that one. That video blew up for him, but the rest of his videos are crap.
My very first video, it was my most viewed. Is that what you said yours is too, Brian?
My third one.
Your third one?
Mhm.
My first one was that JJRC H31 waterproof drone, and it has almost 50,000 views. And nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, my best videos are under half.
It must have been the waterproof word you
It
put
was.
in
It
there.
was.
Yeah,
It was a
I
waterproof
guarantee it.
gimmick. It was the
Yeah.
first one. I flew it through a hose and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and into my pool, and yep.
Yeah,
Anything that's got a gimmick.
I need to talk to that Dan because he seems to understand a lot about these analytics and because I look at these analytics every day. Every day I look at it every single day. Okay. And I still haven't figured this shit out yet. Okay. I honest to God, I don't get it. Like that, I told you, Ryan, about that spider ball toy, right? You remember that? Okay.
Yep.
Guess how many views that thing has now?
It's got to be quite a few because it's something everybody can buy.
Right.
What has it got? 10,000?
Oh, I think it's more than that. I'm looking it up right now. Hold on a minute.
15?
Probably around there now. Yeah, probably.
I'll tell you the
15.
secret to getting a bunch of views on your videos when you review something.
It's 13,000 now.
Not bad, not bad.
For $5
The real-
I paid for that thing.
The real secret is you just have to be the first one to post an actual meaningful good review. It's really half of the battle. If you can get there first, then you've got the search traffic coming in, and then from there on, it's usually just funnels right to you. Like for no apparent reason, my Cheerson CX10 WDTX video has almost 100,000 views. Maybe it is 100,000 views now. I don't know. And it's just because I uploaded it the day I got it. I literally got it, ripped it out of the package, charged it, flew it, had the video up in like 3 hours of getting it.
Well, see, it's hard for somebody like me to get a video up first because, I'm having to deal with Dustin and Quadcopter 101 and RC Salesforce.
It's hard for
RC Salesforce.
It's hard for me too.
They're getting the stuff.
Superhero group.
They're getting the stuff before.
Force.
Yeah, they're getting the stuff before the shit even hits the freaking store.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was the first one, I think, to get the H31 video up, and I think that was also a reason why.
The waterproof drone, right? Yeah, the green one.
I had more views than Quadcopter 101, Dustin, Andy RC, but they obviously overtook me once they got it out. I mean, I had more than them for maybe a month, and now they've got 300,000 views or something.
Oh, and Tommy was talking about Social Blade. He uses it too for his channel.
I go on there every day.
I'll have to check that out, Social Blade.
Subbing back and forth, that's good. Why are we having...
Tommy was just saying to my girlfriends that he's working on some videos right now to help everyone get more subs and views because he's learned a bunch of tricks. Cool.
Well, what Social Blade's good for, if you go and if you look at Social Blade, Ryan, what Social Blade really does good is if you go into your full statistics, it will sit there and tell you what days not to post a video.
I forgot. All right, now I'm going to send somebody. Okay,
I'm checking it out now, but the link that someone put in chat was 404.
I'm hoping you're still watching because I'm going to send it to you this way because the links are different this week. It's coming to your email now. Switch to the other one, brother. That one. Please, I hope it works.
Okay. The Social Blade will sit there and tell you what days that people don't come to your channel, or what days you don't get subscribers and stuff like that.
Wow, that is pretty cool. I got it up right now.
Oh my gosh.
Sundays,
it's the turtles in the house.
Sundays are crappy, I'm sure.
Well, Sundays are crappy for me. Hey, Ken.
Hello.
How's your back feeling?
I'm trying to put it all behind me.
I got you, brother.
Hey, how you doing?
Everybody's doing pretty good. How are you doing?
Good. Well, I went to the doctor today, and I asked him, can I poop on the toilet like a normal person? And, and that means take my brace off while I'm in there. By the way, I put these on there for someone. But so he said, "Yeah, sure, man. You can take your brace off and shower, and you can poop like a normal person." And so I came right home, and I broke up with my sponge on a stick, and I took the brace off, and I almost passed the hell out. And so, yeah. So I won't be doing that again, and I'm gonna be getting a different doctor now.
Wow.
Man. Whoa.
Yeah, I was not ready for that.
So what the fuck? So you didn't. Thank God you didn't pass out. Was there somebody going to check on you?
Yeah, well, I live alone, and Henry's he doesn't have his nursing degree yet. My dog, so he wouldn't have been much help.
Damn.
But
wow.
Yeah, the pain was pretty bad, and so I laid down in bed with the chills and the pain and the shivering, and so I self-diagnosed and knew I wasn't ready to take the brace off yet. But other than that, I'm good. How you guys doing?
That's well. I'm glad that you're still amongst the living, and you've decided to find a new physician. And since you're here, and on a better note, what do you think of the DJI Mavic Air?
I think it's pretty cool. I think a lot of people are going to buy it. I have no interest in it from a photography standpoint because there are better options available in the DJI family.
Yeah.
As far as holding a camera, I think it's very gimmicky. It fills in all the holes, all the things between the Spark and the Mavic. All the little things that everybody wished that one would do and the other wouldn't. And I think that's a great thing. That's a gap that DJI needed to fill. And I have a friend who is going to let me fly it and review it at some point here in the next couple of weeks. But I don't think I'll be buying one myself because I don't want to waste my Phantom 5 money on it.
Well, yeah. Do you think, okay, have you heard the rumors about the possibility of a Mavic 2?
No, I haven't heard that.
Well, the guy, what is it, Ostalev or whatever, Bill the drone reviewer, he's brought it to everybody's to the forefront. And he has been posting all the way back to the X7, the camera series. He's actually been putting up drawings. He was one of the first people to put up basically the early photos of the Mavic Air. What is this, Ostalev or something like that on Twitter. And he regularly has been posting stuff from DJI. He's been predicting that they just finished field testing Mavic 2. They're going to be doing production testing here in the near future, and it should come out, let's say, April, May, and he's predicting Phantom 5 at the end of the year around Christmas.
Well, I would say to that there are so many companies, Chinese and otherwise, that are imitating the original Mavic. Why not DJI themselves?
Yeah. That's true. But, you know, like I said, and he was also predicting like the new Phantom 5 was going to have interchangeable cameras, lenses, you know, kind of like a mini Inspire.
Oh, wow. That would be great. I wouldn't mind that. Yeah. I'm just waiting for the Phantom 5. That's all.
Yeah, that's cool. I can see that.
Yeah. By the way, I can't talk long, but I did want to stop by and say hi and share with you something interesting. Well, it's interesting to me anyway.
Yeah.
I recently had one of my videos go viral, and I can't explain it. It's I don't know if you watched the one of the water tower that got shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that. That was a good one.
Yeah. It's heading up towards 1 million views, and I don't get it. I'm happy with it, and
wow. Congratulations.
yeah, and I've gotten at my peak. You know, I'm not trying to show off or anything, but I'm proud of this. I got 1,600 subscribers in a day.
Wow!
Just from that.
It's more than I have total.
I filmed when I was in the hospital my 30,000 subscriber mark. I'm like, yay, 30,000, right? And then so like a week later, I'm sitting here almost at 37,000 subscribers. So I just want to know that I can still come and hang out with you guys.
Well,
You know, even though
I'm sure Bill will still let you on. Don't worry.
you know better than that.
Okay.
Do that
All
all
right.
day long. But remember,
All right.
we were talking about this that night. I said, "You're at 30,000," and you were like, "No, I'm not quite there, but thank you." And I was like, "No, dude, it's gonna happen tomorrow." And then all hell broke loose. Remember, we were talking about this.
Oh yeah,
we were,
yeah.
Because you were like, "Well, thank you. It's close. I'm glad. I'm glad for the optimism and everything." I was like, "No, dude, I got a feeling everything's gonna take off." And then, like, boom.
Not the management.
Yeah, it's the past few days is the kind of thing that every YouTuber wishes for, and then spends the next few months trying to replicate it. you know, so I'll just keep on doing what I'm doing and hope I get another zinger like that. But man, that was very lucky.
Crystal saying Ken's head is blown up. Someone checking for cranial pressure.
Go find another water tower and shoot a hole in it.
Well, no, the thing about it is I've told you my theory before, and this is just my personal opinion. You're like the sheriff of the drone world, the white hat and the white 10-gallon hat and the white horse. That's just the way my envisions of you, and maybe that's the way other people are seeing it. And I'd much rather watch you, forgive me, than Casey Neistat any day of the week.
Now, hey, did Casey? Did he lose a Mavic Air in the ocean? Is that what I'm hearing?
I saw you had a video up. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I watched the video. I saw the review. His review. It was.
I heard it was actually a pretty good review.
He nitpicked the folding of it. He said it feels
but
like.
I heard that he lost it in the ocean or something.
It wouldn't surprise me. It sounds like.
Sounds like he could. I mean, he's lost.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Countless in New York City.
We'll send him 10 more. So, but yeah, I hadn't heard about
that. Well, I can only hope that one day I'll be big enough to where I get all these cool drones before the stores even.
Did you get a chance to see Billy's video from where he went today?
No. Yeah, what do you have?
He uploaded a video about, let's say, about an hour ago, guys, of him going.
I didn't get a notice. Huh.
Yeah, I posted it. I posted it a couple of times. I'll post it again.
I'm subscribed. I guess I need to notify myself for him because I didn't get a notice.
I think that's it. Let's see. Let me see. Is that it? Somebody hit that link. I think that's it. I haven't picked any others.
I'm checking it now.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it too.
That's it.
Where did he go?
He went to New York. He was at the event. He sat right up front. The live stream was on. He was sitting over to the left. I was texting him. He was looking at the text, but he wasn't texting back. But anyway, I could tell he knew I was talking to him.
Yeah, him and Kelly from Ready Set Drone were in New York. I could fly, and I would have gone there myself for that. But I tell you, I'm going to try wherever the thing is, the launch for the Phantom 5. I want to be a part of that because that's what I'm most looking forward to.
Well, everybody has told me, especially, here lately, if you do it, the events, DJI.com, if you email that link, that's how you can, if you just pester them, and that's how you get in. And then pretty much anybody, as long as you really pester them and you're building, some subscribers, I don't even think you really have to be into DJI for them to get you in. So,
I tell you, I got to be honest with you guys. I really am lucky that I have as many subscribers as I do because I don't do any of the things that other people do, even with less subscribers. Like I don't have merchandise. I don't have a Ken Heron T-shirt or a koozie or anything. I don't go to all these things. I guess I'm a weird, or maybe I'm lazy. I don't know what it is, but I gotta get some merch at least.
Oh, not that merch.
All right. Well, hey, it's good stopping by, and thanks for letting me hang out with you big dogs.
Well, that it's like I've told you before, you're like the lead therapist of us all, in my opinion. We like to follow your footsteps,
and spread the good drone therapy to the world.
Bill, you can stop now.
Well, thank you very much, you guys. And I'll be listening to the show for a little bit after this. So again,
okay, please don't take
care.
John.
It's good to see you happy and healthy.
Until you go to bed.
John, you need to start braiding your hair on your own.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen. Too lazy to do that.
All right, I'll see you guys later. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ken.
Well, that was cool. I was glad that we got that worked out and he got to drop in. He's got an open invitation. He drops in from time to time. And I'm glad he got in here tonight. And since we brought up the subject, what do we think of the Mavic Air? We just kind of brushed on it. Ken kind of told us what he thought. I can see his thoughts. I understand that. What do the rest of us think? Anything?
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, me and John actually, when I was in the chat last week, I happened to mention that there was no way in hell that they were going to overshadow the Mavic. The Mavic is a cash cow for them. So I was not expecting any kind of Phantom 5 or Mavic 2 or any of that kind of crap. There's no way that they were going to do that, not in my opinion. So I already knew that going in. And just like Ken said, you know, this fills those holes. This is what everybody wanted the Spark to be.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
This is what we were all bitching about. This is what we said we wanted the Spark to be.
But I don't think they could have brought this thing in at that Spark money. So that's why they made the Spark, to get into that little selfie, teeny bopper kid, you know, woman deal with the teenage girls with the cell phones and all that BS, you know. The same thing as the Breeze did. They went after that same market, but they made it better than the Breeze.
Right.
Coast to Coast Drones, we're not sexist. For seriously.
What? How did that?
Never mind. He was talking about like, oh, you know, the Spark is for never mind. Anyway, yeah, he's 100% right. But you know what? I actually thought they were re-releasing something for commercial until Bill got some inside info and was like, nope, you're wrong. Nope, you're wrong. And then really? Billy came on and was like, yeah, and then Billy came on and was like, oh yeah, actually DJI, I know a guy who says that DJI really will only release commercial stuff in LA or on the West Coast and not on the East Coast, which is more of the consumer side. There's no guarantee of that always happening, but and then when I heard that, I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be probably like an upgraded Spark. It's probably gonna fly for what I remember. I was like, what is it gonna fly for like 20 minutes? Is it gonna fly for 15 minutes still? You know.
But the thing about it is granted, it's got a 12 megapixel camera. So it's basically the same camera that the Spark had on it before, but now it shoots 4K, which we knew it could probably do before, on a 3-axis gimbal, which we had asked for, and it's got foldable arms and it shoots 1080 at 120 frames per second. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I watched the video today, the promotional video, and I watched Casey's video. He loved it. I remember the other thing, his other gripe was the gimbal cover.
Yeah.
He took it and threw it in the garbage can. He said it's a piece of junk. He said he never could get it back on. It's that kind of like my Phantom 3. I could never get that thing back on there, that gimbal lock. I threw it up on a shelf.
That's my biggest bitch about the whole thing. It does look, I mean, the Spark was borderline toy looking. Mm-hmm. This looks like a damn toy that we would see from JJRC or, you know, and I'm like, okay, but I mean, it's got the power packed into it, but it looks like what we would see from the toy range.
And then Casey also said that he made the comment that whenever you were folding the arms, it felt like it was going to break. That was the comment. That was the comment he made at the end of the video. He said that was the only two things that the gripes that he had about it.
It's got a pretty small lens on it too, but I mean it's small, so you can't expect it to be big.
The camera actually looks like it's the same size as the one on the Spark.
Yeah, it is. It's a 12 megapixel camera. It looks like it's the same exact camera, but they've mounted it. And remember, we were all talking about how they could mount the 3-axis gimbal if they wouldn't put that damn front harness on it like that, which is what they did, you know. And that's what
They
I'm saying.
figured it out.
They don't need to. None of these they don't need R&D anymore. We're their R&D. We're the ones that come up with all the mods. We're the ones that come up with all the ideas on how to work out the models. They don't need R&D anymore. We just tell them how to do it and figure it out for them. Look at all the modifications to the new Bugs series. We were talking about the Bugs earlier. The new Bugs 3. What we were talking about? Well, it'd be cool to see a GPS model. It'd be cool to see one with a gimbal on it. And, it'd be cool to see one that had altitude hold on it. And bam, 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 here they are.
Dream up ideas, another thing to actually implement.
Right, exactly.
Hey, we can dream up a 4K 120 FPS unit all like this and be like, yeah, this is it. But to actually make that happen, the engineers at DJI are above and beyond. That's why they sell so many drones.
Right. That's why they got that 70% market share.
Yeah, it's their research and development.
And everybody
honestly,
else has 30.
There is nothing special about DJI, the company itself. I mean, I have no love for the company.
This picture, Billy. That's some of the stuff that Billy sent us. So I'm going to start running those while we have the discussion, and you all just keep talking. I'll present myself, and
I had 2 posts in my group today that were not involved with me or John or any admins asking about the Spark. And we didn't get a lot of comments, but the comments were overall more negative than I expected.
You mean
people
about
didn't
the
like?
Air?
Yeah, correct. The Air. If I said Spark, I didn't mean that.
Well, everybody, the thing about it was when all that stuff came out early, they were saying 4K at 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
And when they said it, I was just like you. I was like, okay, we'll see. But I wasn't just going to go full blown into it. I mean, yes, I did post. Yeah, this is what they say. But I was like, I don't see how, because all that's just going to suck so much juice out of that little battery. And I was like, how are they going to do all this? I mean, they've got a lot of tech and a lot of software running in there. That's part of why it doesn't have the flight time that it does. But it's also part of the reason that
was the biggest complaint. I think people didn't like the flight time, which that's still pretty good flight time. I mean,
I know.
To me, I mean, it's not. I would like nice to see better, but I don't think it's not terrible. I mean, my Altel
even in reality, if you get 4 minutes less, which is look, you're probably not going to get 21 minutes out of it. It's going to be
16 minutes,
something like 16 minutes, right? Like he said,
21 if you're hovering.
We all have got that figured out now.
Well,
but even it's really impressive.
Another thing about when you said Ryan about getting negative comments about the Spark, and this is just human nature. Okay, people buy something like I bought the Spark. I'm real happy with it. I love the Spark. Okay, because I know what I'm buying, but there's a lot of people out there that bought the Spark that are mad now because they think they got ripped off because, they're going to think, well, DJI had this tech already and they could have just put this into the Spark. So now I'm pissed off, and that's what I always go back and say about a lot of the reviews I do. If I give somebody a shit review on a quad, well, I get a lot of bad feedback from that because there's one thing, and I said this in a video one time, people hate to get ripped off. That's one of the worst feelings in the world is to think you got screwed. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I give a bad review, I always get a lot of flack because people have bought this quad and they're trying to find something good about it. Okay. When you're sitting there telling them that's a piece of dog crap, they get mad because they think they got ripped off. So they want to go to somebody that is going to tell them that it's good and they did a good thing for buying it. So they say, screw you, True Drone Reviews. I'll go over here to the sales force and they'll tell me how smart I was for buying it.
I'm really glad you brought that up because a lot of people will say this, that if you got a product for free, there's no way you can possibly be as unbiased as someone who bought it. When in fact, sometimes the people who buy certain things become more attached because they spent a whole bunch of money on it. They want to think they bought it. They like for me, I'll get something like, well, this is a piece of crap. Yeah, the Chinese overlords would like me to say it's good, but I won't go stomping on it. It's not very professional. but
Billy's in the chat.
I'm not really attached. So
Kyle's in the house.
It goes both ways. It really does. And when you shit on someone else, and when you put a video up that you shit on a model, it's funny how people will also come out of the woodwork and say, "Oh, you must be doing it wrong."
Right? They'll say you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, there's so many armchair experts out
You're
there.
an idiot.
God,
You know, so many people.
Hey,
So many people blame my iPhone for example, for the
Hello.
Elfie.
Hello. Hello.
I saw
Flying
that. That was
away.
funny.
Hey. Just a sec. Oh,
Sorry.
Billy's in the chat. Just in case
Yeah.
y'all didn't know.
He's been in chat
But
for a
he's not
while.
here.
Yeah,
Right.
I didn't know. Nobody told me, and I was like, "Why? Where are you at?" And he was like, "I'm half asleep. I'm half dead." Okay.
I
But
I
he's
said hi to him
agreeing with
5
everybody.
minutes ago.
It's it's the Spark 2, more or less.
Exactly.
Yeah, a Spark too. He's right.
But here's the thing. Did y'all see that picture I posted in Costco today where they had slashed another $100 off of Mavic? And there was a little asterisk up in the corner. And the lady said, "Oh," and I said, "Oh," I told my wife, I said, "See, baby," I said, "Look," I said, "That's why they dropped that $100 today because of the new drone." And the lady comes up, she goes, "Oh, did you see a better price somewhere else?" And I was like, no, not like that. I said, DJI released a new drone today. I said, so that's why this has probably been cut. And then she said, no, she said, if you'll see the asterisk, that means we're discontinuing this product with Costco. Now, if that says anything, I don't know. Something else.
Costco just may not be carrying it anymore.
Right. Yeah, Costco don't sell Coca-Cola anymore either. So
Well, they're real specific on what they carry.
But something else that happened that was weird today was I went and talked to Best Buy here locally, and they already have 4 Mavic Airs in the store. They have their the display model and everything, And I was looking, hoo-ha. And then her boss comes up and is like, "What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing?" And so anyway, I couldn't play with it anymore. But supposedly they can't release them to the public until January 31st. And I thought, according to what they said today in the live stream, they were going to be in the stores that day. But she said they couldn't release them to the public until the 31st. So I don't know if it has something to do with because it's being shipped on the 28th, or I don't know.
well, I'm not buying one today, so doesn't matter.
I'm not buying one probably at all. We'll see.
I don't think I'm not gonna buy one. You think you're gonna buy one, Brian? At some
No,
point?
I got the Mavic Pro and the Spark. That's enough.
Yeah.
I got the
hear ya.
Phantom 4 Pro and the Spark. And I'm pretty sure my wife, even though she had said at one point that I could get one, you know how that goes. And that's why I'm here at Drone Therapy. Because I'd really like to have a DJI.
But I am very interested in the Evo, but we'll have to see what it's like when it comes out.
Yeah, definitely have to see
Okay.
Hotel Evo.
Speaking of which,
Evo does look nice.
Had a week. Have you heard any updates or any news on the Evo?
No,
There's
I haven't
no.
heard. I haven't heard.
There's no release. Yeah, there's no like. DJI certainly, since they've been in this longer, they release something, they do a press conference, and it's going to be out in a week later. Alltel's got it out. People have been test flying it, but in terms of release date, it's just speculation in March, April. If that happens, that's not bad. I'd be happy with that. Of course, there's always that part. There's always that part of you going, well, it's going to be like the firmware. It's going to be a year later. So there's always that worry.
Did anybody happen to see that DJI's putting out that new Osmo 2? Anybody notice that?
I don't keep up with their handheld gimbals.
Yeah, I saw it, but I don't know anything about it.
Did anybody notice how cheap it was compared to the original one?
Seems like it wasn't very expensive, wasn't it?
Well, Billy was saying that it was not necessarily better than the original, but it had upgrades and stuff that would kind of equal it out, and it was a cheaper model.
Yeah, it's cheaper. It's only $129. Okay, that's going to be the retail price. But when but when I was watching the promotional video, I saw something on the unit itself. And that showed me that DJI didn't actually make this thing. Okay? Because if you watch the promotional video, you'll see a little sticker on the side of it. It'll say powered by DJI. So that tells me they didn't make it.
It could be the other company that they ripped. What's the one you have, John? The
Zoyan Smooth Q. Yep.
Could be that they contracted
Smooth
them to
Q.
make it.
Yeah, that
Yep, the
tells me
Smooth
that
Q.
that tells me they didn't
good.
make it. They either designed the gimbal motors or something like that. When it says powered by DJI, that's telling me they didn't manufacture it.
That's like
That's-
the little.
that's
What's
why
the
I'm
little
cheap.
brush drone that you did a thing on, John?
The Tello, the Rise. Yep.
Yeah, that one's not being
It's
made
not
by
made by
them.
DJI. It's made by Rise.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just putting their name on it.
Right. They're putting their name on. That's what I think. Because when I saw that little label on there, because Unique has a couple of products out that it says on there powered by Unique that they didn't make. You know,
I'm sure they are involved with some of to make sure the product's decent, but it probably saves them a lot of money.
Sure.
It saves them a lot of money to have somebody else make it.
right. I mean, I'm sure they had some QC involvement in it, but I don't think they're manufacturing it because the price is just,
Oh God.
the price is just too cheap compared to the original one. You know, the original one's expensive as hell.
Wasn't it like $500 or something? Or
No,
Well,
that
look,
was the one with the camera. This is the phone holder one.
the
But it
smartphone
was,
one, yeah.
yeah, it was $239 or something like that.
Yeah, well, if you look for Zoyan Tech Smooth Q, that's a 3-axis gimbal handheld, just like pretty much like the Osmo Mobile 2, and it is awesome. And it's only like $100. So maybe they
I
just
need
realize,
that.
hey, we're out of our minds trying to charge this much for something that already exists and is way cheaper.
I think I have that. Is that JJ1 or whatever it's called?
I've got
No,
that.
that's
I've got
different.
that one.
That's
Yeah.
this one over here.
The
That's
JJ1S is 2-axis, and it's not very good. Is that the one you're
Yeah,
holding up now, John?
No,
my-
yeah, the JJ one is over
The
here.
JJ1S has got like what'd
It's
you
like
say?
$60. Yeah, it's like 50 or 60.
It works
bucks.
okay, but it kind of has a little case of Parkinson's or something.
Yeah,
It's got a little shakes to it.
I like it because I have it, but I only like the one mode. I don't like the mode 2. To me, it goes all ape shit in the mode 2. I only use it in the mode 1.
Where is that? Where it stands vertical?
That's where, yeah, you just hold it and it just goes this way or that way.
I reviewed it and it's got like 1.2 thousand views or something, and I said, hey, this thing's better. It's better than my hand in terms of if I hold my hand sideways, it's not going to do that. But I said it has its shakes to it, and I said I don't care. I'm going to tell people the truth on it. It's got shakes to it, and I still 2 people bought it. I said it's got shakes. You can see it in the video.
Hey, dude, you know how many people have bought the Elfie, and the click comes from my video, despite the fact that I show them flying away, despite the fact that they're just like, oh, John is stupid. He's stupid iPhone. He doesn't know what he's doing. They just buy it. I'm like, fine, go ahead.
Hey, John,
fail safe. It just
hey, John, maybe they didn't watch to the part where it flew away. They just
it was in the title though. The video,
it's in the title though. And yeah, so I mean, it's literally in the title. So
that's why it's got so many views.
That's their fault, not mine. But yeah, look at this. And on the newer models of the Smooth Q, they actually ship it with this cool little case.
Wow, that is
really,
sharp.
really nice. Yeah, it is. It's really great. I was able to put this in my suitcase and bring it home.
Put a ukulele in there.
$100. So you know what? It's $100. So it's no wonder that DJI lowered the price of the Osmo Mobile 2.
You'd be carrying that back in the 20s, don't you, son?
Tiny Tim.
Little Tommy gun in there.
That's a great gimbal too.
It did look sharp when you had it together.
Yeah, mode 1 is all I use on things.
I mean, like they even got like this little port on the bottom too, so you can charge your smartphone from the gimbal.
Sweet.
While you're walking around. They really thought out everything. They really did.
I wish I had gotten that instead of the JJ1S. I ended up gifting the JJ1S to my brother for Christmas.
Yeah, Zoyan is a good company. I bought the Crane M for my girlfriend for her DSLR, and that's a good gimbal too. So
I want to show Brian, and he was asking about how I mounted my 360 cam to my bug, so I might try to show him that here at some point.
Everybody, can you see everybody? Huh? She's listening to her music. This is my daughter Erica.
Hi, Erica. How are you?
Wave. Can you wave, baby? Wave.
She don't want to listen. She don't want to listen to no True Drone reviews. That's for sure.
She just wants her music. All right, come on, baby. All right, y'all keep talking. She was wandering down the hall and didn't know what was going on. What's wrong?
What are we doing?
I'm gonna go grab the bugs. Hold on.
All right.
Let's see what other questions do we have for Brian.
I haven't seen Donnie tonight. Where's he at? Is he snoozing?
Maybe.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
So
That camera.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I see it. But I was watching the video and it took me a while to figure out I could move the camera with that little button up in the corner.
Yeah, if you're on a computer, I wasn't sure if YouTube would let you do that. I knew Facebook would. Yeah, you can move it around with your mouse.
Yeah, but I didn't realize that.
If you have a smartphone or a tablet, you can just lift it all around with the gravity sensor.
Here was the deal. I was watching the video. I started watching it, okay? And I'm watching it. I'm like, okay, what's the big deal? And then I saw John's comment down there, and John goes, "Man, that's real cool." And I'm like, well, what's so cool about it, right?
And you're just seeing one angle, yeah.
Right. So I'm like, okay, I don't see this so cool shit. And then I had to notice this little 4-way button up in the corner. And then I hit it and I went, okay, that's what's cool. Okay?
That is cool, right?
Yeah.
It is cool once you can do it, isn't it? I love looking straight up at the underbelly of the Bugs 3, looking straight up. It's like, it's so cool.
Yeah, that was really neat.
I just took the stock mount, and I drilled out a little wigger hole where it had the action cam mount.
Yeah.
And I put this little cheap GoPro accessory for my cheap fake action cams. And it's got the screw on the bottom. And then I don't have the camera out right now. The camera's right here. It's got a screw hole on the top. So it just screws onto the bottom. And they're surprising. I think you guys probably agree. There wasn't a lot of jello in it.
No, there wasn't, actually.
And I know John was understandably concerned that I would get a bunch of jello from that cheap flimsy mount. And it didn't. I did it. The software is free that lets you generate the 360 video into MP4 or whatever, because it's not that way off the camera. But it did take me a while. The video was flipped upside down, and you have to find this one little icon to flip it. And I thought, oh crap, it's going to be upside down. I'm not going to be able to flip it the right side up. The software's not, it's not bad, but it doesn't have very thorough help. For
so actually, I'm kind of curious because, you're saying it doesn't record it to a normal format on camera.
Correct. It records it to a ISV. It's a proprietary format that has to be loaded into the software. And then the software, I think, stitches it together into an MP4, and then an MP4. But then I don't know, if I take the MP4 into Sony Vegas or something, I don't know if that's going to destroy it or not. You wouldn't think so? I don't know. I wouldn't think so, but then so that's why I just did the acting around and no music.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted to get something up because
Good night,
I didn't
Billy.
know how well I was going to be able to review this. So
it's definitely cool. Yeah,
it's very cool, but it's like I said in my description, it's very cool, but it is pricey. It's $299 to $200. It depends on what they have it at. I'm sure I could get a coupon for less, but it's still going to probably cost $250.
Next year it'll be $199.
Exactly. Just wait.
It's just one of these. It's just one of these new things, These new stuff. New stuff costs more money.
And I think they've marked it up because Dan, I think Dan was in the chat. Dan won one, and I know Dan wants to get his up in the air. He won it from giveaway. And then he just told me they'd send me one too. They didn't even say they had to review it. I felt an obligation to get something up, but this obviously has to be a lot less, and they're making a huge profit because why would they just give me one?
Right.
Good night, Billy. Thanks for coming by. I'm gonna play your stuff here in a little bit. We may play.
See you later, Billy.
Go take a snooze.
He got class tomorrow, so he'll be in class all day too. But yeah, I will play your video and stuff here in a little bit, and maybe I'll load up this other stuff and just let it go.
Let's see what questions we have.
Donnie's in the house. What's up, buddy?
I see Donnie too. Talking about his leg and hip.
Well, stop going and doing drone reviews and rest.
Right.
You
Yeah,
don't
you
need
said
surgery number 3, damn it.
And don't worry about watching every single video we all put up. And don't
I
feel an
know.
obligation
Exactly.
to.
Don't
I
worry
know.
about
I tell Clay
I
the
don't know.
same thing.
I love it that he does, but you don't need to do that, man, because it's hard, especially when you're in pain and stuff. Just
I know.
I miss theirs too, and it's not intentional.
I know. Don't worry about
Right.
it. Jeez, I probably
when
don't
I
even
went
leave
to,
It's-
I miss some of Brian's videos. I'm like, oh crap, how'd I miss this?
well, I went
I
to
know.
Ryan, I went to see your video today. I went to your channel today, and that's the first time I'd been there since you did that truck.
Yeah.
Because I said this in a video I had last week when I had this live stream. I appreciate all the people that come by, but I have 1,750 subscribers now. I can't possibly go back and watch every video from every one of these people now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I gotta say that 1750, man, that is amazing.
That's
And the amount of time that you've done it, I'm super impressed. You know what? And some people get jealous about this and that. I'm not the least bit. I'm so happy for you. But some of those massive channels, I do get a little bit jealous of some of them because I get into the reasons, but it's obvious. But I'm super happy for you. Yeah, but some of the channels, but most of them, you pass me up in subs. Hey, more power to you.
See, the thing, I told you this before too. When I talked to you, I chatted to you about it, or I was talking on a video. Subs don't mean anything. It's views. The views is what count. Subscribers,
right.
you can have 1 million subscribers. If you got 5 views, then you're nothing. I know. There's people on YouTube that actually that make a big deal about how many subs they can get without ever making a video. You ever seen any of these kind of channels?
I know, that's pretty funny though.
Yeah. Okay. People brag about that. Oh, I got 100,000 subscribers. Go to their channel. They don't have one video up. What's the point? You're not getting paid for having 1 million subscribers if you don't have any views. So I don't understand what the point is.
I think that more subs does help. I think having more subs might help you get a better position.
I don't think it affects the algorithm whatsoever.
You don't think so? It seems like Quadcopter 101, and he's got a lot of subs, but he really does his videos. I mean, they'll get more views in the first hour than I might get on the entire video.
Right.
But he's huge, so I do get it.
Look how many videos he's got up.
Yeah, it's like every day. Yeah,
he's got like 800 videos up. I mean, I haven't watched one of his videos in 6 months at least.
You know what though? He's got as many videos he puts up. He doesn't have as many views as Flying Ryan. And Flying Ryan's pretty much retired from it.
Right.
You all see this?
He hasn't done it in a year.
About that the Osmo was like $500.
That was the one with the camera on it.
But still, I didn't know. Was it that much?
Yeah, the original one, the first Osmo was 500. It was actually more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
You could get a Typhoon with the steady grip for a little bit more. That's why I bought the Typhoon. I bought the Typhoon for the steady grip. That steady grip is awesome. I've only got to shoot about 5 videos with it, but it is really nice.
Sweet.
That steady grip.
Yeah.
It is awesome, isn't it?
I love it. I love that steady grip.
Back to YouTube real quick. I think that your subscribers. A lot of people will say that subscribers are pretty poor about how many percentage of your subscribers actually view your videos. Like all of them. Like Flying Ryan told me once that his subscriber retention, like how many people actually view his videos, was really low.
Yeah, you know what mine is? My views, 5% of my views are from my subscribers.
Yeah, I check my analytics like almost every day, but I don't always dig into all the details. I can't remember mine, but yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is crazy.
You always people subscribe. You think they'd at least watch half the videos.
You think they'd at least watch one, but there are people that'll subscribe to your channel. They'll make a comment and they just forget to unsubscribe, and you'll never hear from them again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also kind of.
That's why subs don't mean anything.
Yeah, because I get to be too much because I'm like one day I'll click and one day I'll click like, hey, I just lost 2 subs. I'm like, all right, what would make somebody go to the extent to actually go to my page, and unsubscribe. What did I do to tick them off, or they actually took the time to unsubscribe? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Because it all, a lot of times, because I've done this, okay, so I know where these people are coming from. If you watch a lot of your YouTube videos on, say, on a PS4, okay, that will only hold 99 subscribers. On the PS4 will only retain 99 subscribers, okay?
Really?
So,
I never watched it on my PS4. I got a PS4. I don't ever watch YouTube on it.
Well, it'll only let you hold 99 subscribers in the queue. So
they start ditching them out.
You start getting rid of them, so you can say you have one like me. I'm at the bottom. I'm a T, True Drone Review.
And when I add as a new person,
right? So, and that's why a lot of people, they'll switch their channel and make it a letter that's up there at the top of the alphabet, because it'll move them up the list. There's a lot to this, and I wanted to talk to that Dan guy from Florida, because I hear him all the time talking about these analytics, and I'll throw this out at you, Cuppy, to see if you understand any of this or any of this crap. But what I noticed about my videos, I'll post a video and it'll get like 100 views. And usually if I get 100 views or 150 views, I'm happy with it. That's good enough for me.
Yeah,
okay.
Me too.
But what I notice is the videos that I make, they don't ever seem to catch on for like 3 months. And I just don't understand why that is. I'll make a video, it'll get like 100 views, and then I'll make 20 more videos. And that video will go by month, couple, 2-3 months. I'll go back and look 3 months later, and it'll have 4,000 views on it.
I think it kind of steadily, mine does the same thing, Brian. I get 100, 200 views, and then I look, and then all of a sudden it's starting to slowly take off. And now I feel like almost every video I upload will eventually get to 1,000 views. Eventually.
Yeah.
Well, they don't necessarily die completely, but some of the cars, especially a cheap little car, may not, because it's just not popular.
Especially after certain times too. Like what I've noticed right now, at the very least, after Christmas, I've gotten a whole bunch of traffic on all sorts of videos, because I guess people got these drones for Christmas, and now videos that like. I'm like, what the hell? I made that like six years. I made that like 6 months ago. Like, why the hell are people commenting on it now? Just because they're like, well, how do I use this drone?
Yeah. Right.
So, those videos, they surge when there's interest in a model after a holiday, which I think is what happened with your ProMark stuff too.
Yeah.
Like we were saying. Because you made some ProMark videos months ago.
Yeah.
Right?
all my ProMark videos blew up. Every one of them was popular.
Yeah, it's because of that Christmas rush. It's because
I get a lot of comments, like you said, and I get a lot of comments on old videos.
Yeah. I've been getting comments lately on that Vivitar Air Defender X thing. That
oh God,
people are still buying that thing because I'm still getting views on it, man. Believe me.
How many people have to deal with they're smarter than you comments?
I get them all the time.
Yeah,
the thing about it is they probably are.
Yeah, but sometimes they do, and I'll say, hey, thanks a lot. Like the guy told me on the one I just reviewed, the Hubsan H216A. They told me that that you can change the speed rates in the app, and I did not see that because there's no way to do it on the controller. So I thank the person for the info.
Well, a lot of times I'll get on like Cuppy was talking about those ProMark videos I did. I don't know if you guys if you watched it or you noticed it. Well, this ProMark that GPS shadow drone has this annoying beep when you're recording the video. Okay, you saw that. Okay,
yes.
Well, one of the he wasn't even a subscriber. Just some guy come by, watch the video, and he says, "Oh, I know how to get rid of that." Because I was going to take the controller apart and disable the little baffle in there. Okay. He said, oh no. He said, just start the video from the app and it doesn't do that. He said, it only does that if you do it from the button on the controller.
Where was the beep coming from? The controller?
It just comes if you have the controller, and the controller has a photo button and a video button on it. Well, if you start the video from the controller with the button, it sends out this beep, this constant annoying beep.
And I think a beep comes from the controller.
Yeah, it
audible
comes from
sound.
the, it comes from the controller. But if you start the video from the app, it doesn't do that.
That is weird.
Yeah,
I guess
that's
because the
stupid.
controller doesn't know.
Yeah,
The controller
Yeah,
doesn't know that
doesn't
you're
know
recording.
that you're recording after if you use the app. So I was thankful for that tip. So
But
whenever I
some
go
of the
out,
comments I would get is like my ZD Racing, my truck. That one's got 20,000 views, and that's a super popular truck, as John knows. The last
Oh, yeah.
comment I got was from a guy the other day, and he just simply commented garbage. That's what he said,
Yeah.
garbage. I replied back. He said, "Thanks for your useful input," or something like that. I went and looked at his channel, and he had like 3 Traxxas videos. Like, well, obviously, some of these people that thinks, "Oh, I gotta have a $300 or $400 Traxxas truck," So I didn't comment or nothing. I just left his channel. Yeah, it was a nobody. It's like, you know what? For what it is, for the price, it's a great truck. It's not garbage. I have to bite my lip and not be mean to some people because I just don't want to get that
Do you
reputation.
remember the comment I got on the Feilun, right? And that's a drone that was sponsored to me, right? But I freaking hated it. I
The
said I don't
Feilun
like
GPS,
it.
yeah, you didn't like it.
Yeah, and then there was that one comment in the thing talking about.
I think I do, but tell me what it was.
I can't remember, but they were all on top of me, as if it was all my fault that it didn't work right.
We had some today too, John, and one of that really big RC channel, way bigger than Quadcopter, RC trains and trucks.
Oh yeah,
or
they
something.
blamed the battery. They blamed the battery that I was using.
Yeah, they did.
No wonder why the app stuff didn't work. It's the battery's fault.
Yeah,
because the batteries
you
are crap.
Well, weren't you trying to pick up a GoPro or a knockoff GoPro?
Oh, I did try to pick up a knockoff GoPro.
It was a Firefly,
just to prove to people that it doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, that's what he said. He said that's the reason it didn't work is because you used an underpowered battery.
Yeah, this is impossible. You know why? Because they were Jen's Ace Tattoo Racer batteries.
They were good batteries.
That's literally impossible.
Yeah, but that's what
people
he said.
Are dumb.
That was the comment he made because I read it.
Oh yeah, and he also said that the stuff like the waypoints and whatnot not working were the fault of the battery too.
Yeah, that's real possible.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
That
I actually gave
that quadcopter had way too many features for the amount of battery power it had.
Yeah,
I figured I have mine. I didn't review it yet. I haven't even messed with it yed. I've had it for 3 months, but I was thinking,
that's a junker.
But all the features that it had on it, I was thinking, okay, I'm going to have to make 4 videos to be able to do all these features because of, I'll do the waypoints and the battery will go dead. Now I have to go charge the battery. Then I'll do the right. Then I'll have to do the follow me. That's another video. And then I'll have to, it's got all these features, but no power,
Yep. And
that's what the Hubson's got 12 minutes.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. Hubson's got 12 minutes flight time. I didn't cover all those extra features. You have too long of a video. My video is long enough the way it is. You don't need to see follow me.
I was saying at the end of my review that this is an example of a drone that, sounds really awesome on paper, but it's full of features that you'll never be able to use or just flat out don't freaking work. It would have been better just make something simpler.
Right. I don't have the Feilun one, John. I got that the Venom. It's the same quad. They just repackaged it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's the same exact quad.
Did you see the guy today, John, or yesterday that was commenting to both of us on something? We must have commented on another channel where the guy was trying to defend the Bugs 2 camera.
Oh, no.
That thing's a piece of junk.
He was telling me the Bugs 2 cam, and if something I must have commented on, but I thought John had commented on it too. Telling me that the Bugs, it was RC tank, not RC tank the truck, RC. It was some foreign channel. It's 170,000 subscribers, and he was telling me or somebody that we were delusional that the Bugs 2 camera is fantastic. And
yeah, well, let me tell you something. If that thing is 1080p, I'm Rumpelstiltskin. Okay, yeah. I'm telling you right now.
I told him again, the Bugs 2 camera is crap.
It is garbage.
Crap. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Most of these toy quads, and I say this in my reviews all the time, okay? These Hubsons and these Siemens, these cameras are garbage, okay? They're garbage. And I say this in my reviews all the time too. and people don't seem to get this. These quadcopters, these husbands and Seamas, these are toys.
Yep, exactly.
But people try to associate these things with Mavic Pro. They're not.
Yeah.
They're toys.
I would not
You
even
know,
compare a
believe me.
friggin' Bugs 2 to a Mavic. Like, I don't know why people even try.
They do.
That's so
Believe me.
stupid.
The Bugs too, they could have done better job though. That's the thing. I
Oh,
was
sure
thinking.
they
Yeah, that camera was a real Achilles heel of that thing because that thing flies so nice.
Oh, it's a great drone otherwise. I love it.
I love the hell out of that thing, but the camera is complete garbage.
And that's
But
one
you know
reason
what,
why I
though?
don't
The
fly
Bugs
mine that
2C
much because of the
video?
camera.
Here's the thing, though. The Bugs 2C video is significantly worse than Bugs 2W.
Yeah.
And they acted like it wasn't, but it is. Because
Yeah.
I got Bugs 2W, and I put... That's
Compared
the black
to
one with
mine.
the metal motors and everything
Yeah.
else. People, that's the one they sent to most of the reviewers. I guess, again, so they would say it's good. And even I got tricked into it because I didn't realize, hey, this is the camera is not the same as the B2C. It's not.
Yeah,
So
I did 3 videos on that Bugs 2, and they were all real popular. They all had a lot good views. I mean, for me,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
they, a couple thousand, 2,500, 3,000 views.
I think I've got
But,
12,000 on mine.
But the drone, I gave it a great review because it performed magnificently, you
Yeah.
know. But the camera sucks. It just sucks.
That's
you
one
know.
reason I don't fly mine as much as I'd like because of the camera. I like to have some footage.
You know,
But
it's got
I
that
could fly it outside and fly it around talking to my wife, not even paying attention. It's so easy to fly. I'm flying over my head and I'm looking at it.
Right.
It's
I
a
would,
great
easily,
drone.
I would easily take the Bugs 2W out more if it had a better camera on it.
Yep.
Now, I don't even care about the gimbal or anything, just a better camera. And the range on it sucks too. It's only 120 meters. And then the Wi-Fi just freezes up, at least for me on iPhone.
Yeah.
So-
Plus it's got that AVI format, which I hate.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that either.
Not
Yeah,
on the
that
Bugs
sucks.
2W. On Bugs 2W, it's different. They just
Oh,
give
is
you
it?
MP4.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, there's something different about the video processing on Bugs 2W. They really did a number on that one, sending that one out to reviewers.
That's a nice one.
Hey,
That's
It's a-
PPW, right?
It's a beauty.
Yeah.
But it gives me AVI.
Yeah,
well,
I
what
don't
is-
like
is-
it.
That's what
See,
I'm saying. You all were saying it was MP4. So is this an older model, maybe?
Is that a 2W, isn't it?
Well,
No.
I bought my Bugs 2 day one. I mean, as soon as it got
I'm gonna
released, I
put
bought it.
this out in the chat real quick. I got a question for anyone in the chat. Has anyone here flown Bugs 2W and Bugs 6 at the same time? Did anything weird happen?
I gotta take a
They
5
run
minutes,
off
guys.
under a tree somewhere and then come back 20 minutes later.
Yeah, no, I still don't understand that. I don't get it.
Was that what
Went
happened to
Bugs-
Clay with his Bug 6? Or was that just on his own?
No, that was, well, I don't know. Did Clay's Bug 6 fly away?
It seemed like he has his flip over and did something crazy. The Bug 6 you sent him.
Crystal's father and I were out flying the Bugs 2W
Yeah.
and the Bug 6. I think I told you. And it
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
Bug
Okay.
6 flew away.
Yeah. See, what is it? Dronography aerial, what is it?
Meditation.
Is having, he just hit 100 subs.
100 subs.
Contest.
Congratulations on the 100 subs, dude.
Brian stepped away for a minute, but let's try to remember to remind him when he gets back because we're starting to straggle down on the. Maybe he can show that drone again, and we'll remind everybody what they needed to do next week, to pull that one off. And I was posting some of the new links to the t-shirts and stuff. Basically, that's how right now I'm not buying anything new. I'm not really talking about anything new because I can't afford to buy anything new. So I made these t-shirts and I make a little bit off of them. So if anybody buys any of those, if you go to the store, Coast to Coast Drones on Teespring, you'll see all of those t-shirts and stuff. If I can start selling them kind of regularly, it's like I was mentioning in the chat earlier. I'm actually thinking about giving them away, maybe getting some of the other guys involved and helping you all maybe design some for your channels because it's a quick way to get people
I
involved.
thought about making it. I thought about making a couple of shirts for my channel just to wear, but they're so darn expensive.
Yeah,
Right.
It's like
I mean,
I'm-
60
I'm
bucks
not
for
gonna
just
lie.
a shirt for
My
me
wife
and a
looked
shirt
at
for
me the other day
Corey.
My wife looked at me the other day and she said, "You know those t-shirts you designed? You're your own best customer." We sold. I sold two. I sold one to Neil and I sold one to Eric, and all the rest of them I bought from my wife and my daughter and my kids, and she's not super happy about it. So that's basically why, when she was all happy about me getting the Mavic Air, yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. And then she saw the credit card statement. She's like, "What the fuck are you thinking about getting a new drone?" And I was like, "Okay." So, so I'm here for drone therapy, man. I'm here for drone therapy because I can't get the drone I want. So I'm going to live vicariously through everybody else. But anyway, I'm thinking about like if I could sell like 5, or if I can sell like maybe 5, I'd give one away. For every 5 I can sell, I'd give one away. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But like I said, where Brian's back now, he showed a drone that he's going to give away. And we've decided that with these conditions of the contest, you must be a subscriber, you must like the video, and you must comment after drone therapy is over and the video is processed.
Yep.
Leave the contest open until drone therapy next week. And can we do a live drawing on cam, guys?
Yeah.
I don't see why not. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we'll do it live on cam next week. So what is the deadline going to be? What, 2 hours before the show, hour before the show? What? What do you think, guys? What do you think? What's the deadline?
I don't know. How are we going to draw it again? They had I don't remember how the criteria was.
Video to process after we're done with the show.
Yeah.
Come back and comment and say, "I want Brian's drone."
Mm-hmm.
And Brian's going to
So we go by the comments after the video has been posted, after it's no longer live.
And then use a YouTube randomizer on it?
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
And,
So
we gotta
do
have,
that live.
and we can also advertise everywhere throughout the week next week. But we got to say, I say midnight Monday morning.
How about, why don't we do it at the tail end of the show next week?
There's new people in so they can see it.
Yes,
so people can tune in to see if they won.
Yeah, see, this is the drone Brian's going to give away. Like I said, you must be subscribed, you must like the video, and you must post in the comments after this show's over and we process, "I want Brian's drone." And Brian's going to sign it, and we're going to send it to the winner. Now, you said what, John? What was your suggestion?
I was saying, why don't we do it at the very, very end of the show next week? We'll do the drawing real quick. I mean,
yeah, we could draw it live.
We could draw it live at the very end of the show next week. Make that what we finish out the show with.
Okay,
that's simple enough.
Yep.
Right.
Because people a week to enter.
Yeah, and then we can talk about it throughout the show next week to give them a little bit longer to go back to the original video. And
yeah, that's the other thing too. We can let people who are on there tonight get into it, and yeah.
So, yeah, I used that Sandra Christ thing that I saw you use, Cuppy. That's what
the Sandra thing.
Yeah, that's the only one I know of. So I saw you do it, so I decided to start using it.
It works fine, except I just get embarrassed when it picks like myself because I'm a pinned comment, or it picks my girlfriend like 10 times and I can't do anything about it. I'm just like, what the hell? It picks me. I had to do like 3 or 4 picks.
That's why I hate to do them live, because of it's picking my comments or something.
Well, I had to start doing it. I had to start doing it live because people, of course, they were
think that you're rigging it. Yeah.
Right. If you don't do it live, people think you rig it. So
I did my last one live for my YouTube.
Well, yeah, it makes more sense that way. Nobody can gripe about it. It's biased. They can see it pop up and everything in front of them, so they know what's going on.
Right. It's all there. There's no question that, hey, it happened live. There's no one's fudging with anything.
If this giveaway goes good, then I don't see why we don't do it. Bill and I have been discussing it. I was suggesting just throwing this out. I got a Bug 6 that I'm willing to part with.
Ooh, yeah. See, there's another drone. Like I said, I know you might not like exactly my shirts, but maybe I'll give away one of those once in a while. There's all kinds of different things we can do. Maybe
I definitely might have some that I'm willing to part with as well. I've got to get some reviews
Bug
done.
6, only got a couple flights on. I just don't have a reason to fly it. the Bugs 3 does better for me.
Oh, better be careful because the Bug 6 flies away. So
Well, that's
Hey, Bill. Bill, make sure after you post the video gets posted and processed, you go in and change the title header and put that giveaway part in there because more people will come.
Yeah,
and
good thought. Edit the
you
title.
know,
Yeah.
right. As long as they're subscribers, I don't mind doing giveaways. I do them all the time, but they have to be subscribers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But like
So-
you said earlier, though, subscribers don't mean shit.
Right. They
It's
don't.
still
know how
nice
many
to get the
subscribers
numbers
I'm
up,
gonna
though.
drop
But
after
yeah,
the giveaway that
yeah,
I'm doing.
I get exactly what you're saying because it's those stupid requirements that they come up with. Not that I think I'm ever going to get 4,000 hours, in
Oh,
12
yeah.
months, or who knows. But that's one
What
thing
sucks is how
about earlier. That's one thing I would like to do. I would like to get some kind of sponsorship just for the show, so that we could do things a little bit better, maybe entice some bigger people. And that's another thing. I say this every week. Anybody that's in the chat, anybody that's watching, if you would like to be a guest on Drone Therapy, if you got some kind of input that you would like to put out, please feel free to get in touch with me, with John, with Ryan, with Brian, with Chris, anybody that you know that's a regular in Coast to Coast Drones. They can hook you up and get you on this show with us. We'll do our best. Right now, it's kind of hard for us to do people outside of the continental U.S. until we can figure out a better. But as we grow and get more viewers and stuff, we'll figure out how to do that.
I think between John and I think there's a decent chance we can probably get a sponsor to sponsor a giveaway. I'm not saying a regular thing. It may just be, even if it's just an F-36.
They might do it once or two.
Yeah,
like an F-36. Everyone loves those.
Yeah,
they're
awesome.
good flyers, and they're literally cost gear best a couple bucks at the most.
Yeah,
to make.
so
they'll send those things out like water.
They're like candy. Another
Yes,
F-36.
that would be great. I'm sure that would be fantastic. But I'm just saying, Kim, I'm not saying, okay, we